couple of seconds that was waiting there, right, y'all? Let's get to it. Get this camera straight and all that so I can get over there and talk to y'all. Day before St. Patrick's Day to see how everybody's doing in the chat. Let me get that camera straight first. Why not? See if I can cheat. See if I could cheat one time and have the camera straight before I even go over there. How about that? How about that? Uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Make sure I got that audio down right there on this other device. And don't try to swing on me, homeboy. What was that about? Don't try to leave. See if we got that right now. See if we got that just about right now. Oh, the top is a little messed up. Just a touch. Loving a little bit. Just a touch. With just a touch of love. Good morning, Brian. I see who else we got up in here? Jeffrey Spilker. Got Liberty and Justice up in the building. Audio is good. Thank you so much, Batty. I appreciate you. March the 16th. One more day to the meetup and the birthday, you guys. That's right. Trump. Jeffrey Epstein's personal accountant, Richard Kahn, says he knows nothing. Yeah, he said he don't know jack. I don't know if y'all talking about. I don't know nothing. I ain't see nothing. I ain't hear nothing. Let me go over here and make sure this camera's straight. But that's what he said, y'all. That's exactly what he said. I don't know if it's the truth, but that's what he said. I'm going to just let him go ahead and get that off because we got a lot more to talk about than that. That's just one more title that we got to get into. Go over here and check my time. Make sure that we good. Armed up and alarmed up. That's right. All right. I think we're going to have to just let that go right there. That's it. That's it. We can't be perfect. It is what it is. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Boogottinyc, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Hope everybody slept well. Guess who did? I did. Kept on getting up like, wait a minute, what time is it? What time is it? Just had a whole boost of energy that came over me. I said, you know what? Let's just get up and start doing some sequencing and some editing. And boy, oh boy, am I glad that I did, because did we come up with a lot, found a lot of information and stuff that's going on. Hope you guys are ready to have a fantastic show. Yes, you know what it is. My favorite day of the week, Monday, because they got to pick up the phone. And not only that, one more day to St. Patrick's Day, birthday. I don't know if you guys saw the post notification. There's a meetup that we're doing. Yeah, put a location there for all of us. Anybody wants to slide through at the parade, hang out, go live with your boy, shout out for my birthday, you definitely pull up on me. All right, you guys, I think it's almost about time. We can never go wrong with the prayers because we were talking too long anyway, and we got to give it up right now. I'm just trying to make sure enough people come on in the room. Let's go, you guys, let's go. We got to get these prayers up, because we can't do anything right without those prayers. That's right, we gotta get those prayers up. I wanna pray for love. I gotta pray for happiness. I wanna pray for good health. I wanna pray for good reports coming back from all doctors. I wanna pray for Terry. I wanna pray for Batty Lynn. I wanna pray for Liberty and Justice. I wanna pray for, what's the other person that we're making sure is good right now? So your mom, somebody has their mom that fell the other day. I think it's Ad-Rains, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that your mom is doing much better now. Who else I want to pray for? Who else we got up in here? Jeffrey Spilker. I see Mark Dorfman, Winter Rising. Who else we got? Lawrence. I want to pray for Brian. Also, we got to pray for, who else is up in here? Come on now. We got Mark, Gabrielle. That's it? That's all that's up in here today? Okay, if that's it, okay, Brian, what you done did to get retracted already? Don't do nothing to get yourself in trouble. It's too early. 420, we're going to let it go like that. But then we can't forget about Liberty and Justice. Can't forget about Casey, Luigi, Sam Champion, Terry. Can't forget about Kendra Walker. People like Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. We ain't going to forget about you guys. Thank you all so much, and amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got a show to get on to. What time we got right here? I'm ready to go. We got a real good show today, too. All this editing. That video is better than that one. So let's get it out of there. That one's going to look better than that one. Yeah, boy, we did some good sequencing this morning. Got to tell you guys, we got a lot of new information coming up, too, on various categories. And I got to let you know, feeling really good this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, did my push-ups, got my water and everything. Time to get it going. I think it's almost time to say, wait a minute. I think it's almost time to say, come on, man, you're moving too slow. We're ready to go over here. Come on. You got me pacing the floor. Matter of fact, let me take a sip of some water over here. Okay, I think that should be about it. I'm ready to go. See, he was wanting me to get the nice deep bass. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Boo, boo, boo. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. It's got to be 6 o'clock. And I know we put the alarm on, so I'm going to wait for you. I trust you this time. Let's go. God damn. Okay. Olay. It's so much better when it comes on, though, because I don't have to mimic it. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. One day before the birthday, we gotta open up those pores. Well, welcome everybody. We gotta open up those. Oh, what did I just do? I just hit the whole thing and made the whole thing slide off. Because you know I don't know this whole song. I just know when it comes on, everybody, you think you know this song. It's a major move right here, y'all. Baby, you know? You got to get it or you got to get lost. Get with it or you get lost. Understand? Yeah. It's Young Lloyd reporting live from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. Wheezy F baby. Get Decatur where it's greater. Y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Stop. Wait a minute. Don't my heart. I just wanna be with you tonight. And I really don't know this song, but I'ma try to go real long. Cause I'ma just really say, can I keep it be for real? This is what I feel. I just want that, let's dip up out of here. That's how y'all be sounding under the beat too. Don't even play cause y'all know the whole song either. Ooh, you're just my type. Everything's just right. And I just wanna chill. Let's dip up out of here. This is my birthday pass right here, so y'all gonna leave me alone about this one. If pump that beat. It's Monday the 16th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. And we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. You be swearing you know the song. You be in the bathroom like, stop, wait a minute. And I just wanna be. You probably know like 4 words. Like, yeah, same thing. Don't even try it. But you know what? It's all good because we're here to learn and keep on moving forward. Maybe we'll keep on trying and then we'll learn after a while. But anyway, what I want to say to you guys is thank you so much for being here with me. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. You could see you could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me this morning. I appreciate you guys so much. You know what we got this morning? Not even gonna hold back. I'm gonna get right into it. I got 5 on it. I got five on it, you guys. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time. I'm gonna ask you guys to stay on topic, stay on point. This way we have a good flow inside of the chat here. Most of the time, these people veer off a little bit, so we wind up talking about other stuff. But most of the time when we stay on topic, we have a really good chat and a really good show. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a lot to go. I'm not gonna be able to stop so much and be able to speak to you. So when I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna stop every 5 videos and come back, read the chat, see what you guys are talking about. This way you don't think I'm not paying attention, but I gotta keep the flow going because today there was a lot to choose from. And I just said to myself, if we flow fast, we can get through everything. You guys are gonna love the health and wellness section today. We're gonna really get in some really good things, but I do wanna know straight up and down right now, What kind of energy bars do you like? What type of protein bars do you like? If you like the ones that are the kind, do you like the Quest? Do you like, which ones do you like? Because I have my own preference as well. I'm gonna tell you, I love the kind bars. We're gonna keep on moving forward, you guys, because right now, y'all know what I'm about to do, right? Let's get into these titles. Let's go right now, you guys. We got Trump. Jeffrey Epstein's personal accountant, Richard Kahn, con man, allegedly, says he knows nothing, nothing. He said he really knows nothing, nothing. He knows nothing, and I believe you, just like I got $1 million in the next room, and I don't need to be up in here saying what's up to my people. Let's keep on moving forward up in here, y'all. We got breaking news from the PM, that's the prime ministers of Norway, Canada, Denmark, Sweden, as they speak at a summit, really trying to show face and see what they're doing. I don't hear anything about too much support for what's going on over in Iran right now, but we're gonna let them speak for themselves, because last but not least, before I hit this video, we have the attack on the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, terminate CRAM air defense. Can't say so much because I have to be careful about the way we vocalize. You guys know that spinning ball thing. We're not gonna let that happen today. We're gonna keep on moving forward. Fantastic show. Stack this deck. You guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be right back in the chat. Get your water, your coffee, whatever you need, because it's time to get it. I said coffee for the New Yorkers. I'll say coffee for the Boston and the Massachusettsites. Let's go, you guys. We got President Trump. He's going to come in off Air Force One as he's being asked questions about, are you ready to officially declare victory in the WAR? Let's get it, you guys. Happy Monday morning. Let's go. Let's go.
Other ways. Are you ready to officially declare victory?
No, I don't want to do that. There's no reason to. I think I just say they're decimated, but I would do that. I think that we've done damage to them right now. If we left right now, it would take them 10 years and more to rebuild. But I'm still not declaring it over. Our military is incredible. The job they've done is just incredible. And the problem is that when you look at fake stories written by you people, written by and generated by AI, it's incredible. And I just wonder, like Jeff, you know that these are fake stories. Did you know that the rally of 250,000 people, the supposed rally was fake? Did you know that?
I saw the reporting on it.
But you wrote about it. You talked about it. And you knew it was fake. It was AI generated.
No, I didn't know.
You did. You knew it. You knew it.
So you talked about
Anybody that knew the country knew there's not 250,000 people willing to stand in a circle and say how great Khomeini is. Okay.
So are you unhappy that you talk about the military objectives?
Yeah.
What about political leadership in?
He be calling them out right in front of them. Thank you so much, Rob, for the $5 super chat. You remind me of before the show, back in the days, the national anthem playing before the news started made me not make sense to you, but I'm trying. Make not sense to you, but I'm trying. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Rob. Everybody, give Rob some love for the 5. He got 5 on it. Have some fun with it is all I'm doing, Rob. You never know how long you're going to be here. Why not? Why do I wear the suits? Again, why not?
In Iran, what type of leadership?
We have people, some are dead, but we have some people that we think would be good. I mean, we'll see about that. It's something we talk about. See what happens.
So if you're talking about,
I want to really cover every single thing. I want to cover every single thing, every category. So yeah, we're going right back over to Trump because we want to see what he has to say about these sleepers. Let's keep on moving forward because like one time you're saying something, now what else you got to say? Let's keep on going.
Has Iran activated any sleeper cells inside the U.S.?
They've been trying for a long time. We've been very much on top of it. The biggest problem we have is the Democrat shutdown. We know a lot about them, but the shutdown doesn't allow us to do what we have to do.
Have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the U.S. right now?
I have been, and a lot of people came in through Biden with this stupid open border. But we know where most of them are.
As you see or may not see, it feels as if they're starting to activate, i.e. down at the ROTC training and then in a couple of other places. It seemed as if they're trying to activate outside of the mayor's office, and then again at the White House, ramming the front gates. So this is actually happening right now.
It's a thing that everyone's been talking about in this country this week. President Trump saying we know where most of the sleeper cells are as concerns over possible terror attacks here in the homeland rises. Let's bring in the Big Weekend Show co-host and former U.S. Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Joey Jones, and a great friend of mine. Joey, thank you for coming on. I want to ask you about these threats to the homeland. I mean, people are so concerned. My friends, my family, we're all talking about it. The president says he knows where these terror cells are. Shouldn't we be going after them?
I think there's some nuance in that interview, because that's the soundbite that everyone's playing. I think what he's saying is a lot of people came here either illegally or came here and were allowed in from places where terrorists come from. And we know who those people are, and we know where they are. I don't think he means we know that they are sleeper cells. And that's the problem, because that ambiguous term sleeper cell, I mean, we look at the most recent attacks, and we understand that someone, at least the 2 young men with the bombs here in New York, they said they were inspired by ISIS videos and propaganda that were put out. Those are kind of your mix between a lone wolf and a sleeper cell. I mean, they were, you know, their parents came here, so they've been naturalized. And so there's this ambiguity between folks that come here from places where terrorists originate, and then those that are actually communicating with a terrorist organization or even the Iranian regime.
Very important for Americans to be.
So I'm hoping you guys understand it from the way that he explained it right there. I'm glad I let that keep on playing, so now that you get an idea what he's trying to say when he says H+OUR. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to say it, because you never know. So sensitive around here, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I still got more to give you, because the U.S. space program, this is a report from the U.S. space program, as they're supporting the military operations in Iran, literally has no chance. I got to tell you guys, when you have like satellites that can hone right in on you, I think it's almost time to say it's a wrap. Ooh, and they basically really dialed in, let me just put it like that. That's how they're able to find out exactly what's going on the ground everywhere, because we have so many satellites in orbit everywhere. All we got to do is change position and focus on, and that's it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Check these satellite situations, the way they're announcing this right here.
We have in space, the satellites that are there for observation, for communication. I mean, these are the capabilities that are identifying the rocket launches, that are communicating to our forces and give America an extreme edge in this country.
So all of those videos that we saw with CENTCOM, where all of us boom, 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 they're giving them all the locations because of the satellites.
Conflict.
And that's the head of NASA, Administrator Jared Isaacman, with me on Fox Business' Mornings with Maria of Friday on the U.S. assets in space being used in Operation Epic Fury, now in its 16th day. Joining me now is Fox News senior strategic analyst, retired 4-star General Jack Keane. General, thanks so much for being here. What an incredible operation. What can you tell us about where we are in Operation Epic Fury at this point?
Well, we've been at this almost a couple of weeks now, and certainly we have made incredible progress here. We've stripped away pretty much almost 90% of the Iranian assets' ability to conduct offensive operation, and that's the obvious: ballistic missiles, drones, maritime capability. And also, we have just destroyed their manufacturing capability as well. And by that I mean these are the companies, public and private, that would build the future ballistic missiles and build the future drones. The mission is progressing quite significantly, and our commanders on the U.S. as well as the Israeli side are very confident about their ability to end this in a number of weeks. It'll take some time because they still have real capability there, and we're not going to finish until we take that capability away from them, to include what the Israelis are focusing on, Maria, and that is the organizations that really sustain the regime. The IRGC itself, the Law Enforcement Command, the Bajor militia, which represses the people, and they are attacking those militia groups that are in the street.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much, Lynn Sanford. Everybody say thank you to Lynn. Yeah.
At various checkpoints in various cities as we speak, and also the police infrastructure. So this is the mission plate that we have, and completely focused on it. And we have some time to go, but the progress has been quite significant.
And yet the Iranians have been able to hold the Strait of Hormuz hostage, General. I know that the president talked to us about what the U.S. military was.
No, let's get over to the Iranian leader and see what he has to say right now, because there's a lot of talk on our side, but this is so weird. I mean, I've never thought about even if this actually ever happening, where you got a R going on, a WAR going on, and you're able to speak to the people on the other side through the news. That's pretty crazy. Let's go, y'all, because we got a chance to do that, because now we got a full interview. We're only going to play a little bit of it. This is from the Iranian Foreign Minister, Abbas.
We turn now to the Foreign Minister of Iran, Abbas Araghchi. A good evening to you, sir.
Well, good evening to you. Thank you for having me for the second time.
Yes, and they are extraordinary times. Minister, President Trump said this weekend he is not ready to make a deal with Iran because the terms aren't good enough yet. His administration is saying this war could last another 3.5 weeks or so. Has Iran asked for a ceasefire?
No, we never asked for a ceasefire, and we have never asked even for negotiation. We are ready to defend ourselves as long as it takes. And this is what we have done so far, and we continue to do that until President Trump comes to the point that this is an illegal war with no victory. And, there are, people being killed only because President Trump wants to have fun. This is what he has said.
Have fun?
We are not. Yes, this is what he said, that they are sinking, ships and targeting different places because it is fun. The Secretary of War has said that there is no mercy. Mm-hmm. And this is actually a war crime. Even saying that is a war crime. So this is a war. This is a war of choice by President Trump and the United States, and we are going to continue our self-defense.
Well,
hi, he said it's a war put on by President Trump, and they're gonna keep on defending themselves. And they basically saying that Trump basically said that he's having fun. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got a little bit more on this topic. You see how we like to round about and get everybody's ideas over here so that we have a good dialogue? Got people in the comments saying some very interesting things. Good morning, Casey. How you doing, bro? What's going on, Liberty? How you doing over there, Carrier? What's up, Unknown? Jeffrey Spilker. Bravo. Who that? Rebecca Lanyan. How you doing? Because I got some news coming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Let's keep on going, y'all. Miss Swanza, what's going on down there, girl?
In Tel Aviv, in Israel, as Israel's military says Iran launched another round of missiles toward the city. And the United Arab Emirates said it intercepted incoming missile and drone attacks from Iran this morning, according to a post on X by the Defense Ministry. Earlier attacks were also reported against Bahrain and Saudi Arabia after the U.S. intensified airstrikes on Karg Island, which serves as Iran's most important oil export terminal. U.S. Central Command says more than 90 Iranian military targets were hit, while deliberately leaving the oil facilities intact. Trump indicated that there might be more strikes on Karg Island to come, saying he may hit it a few more times just for fun. Yes, that's a real quote. Iran has already launched reciprocal strikes in Dubai. Investors are warning that additional strikes could plunge global oil markets into further chaos, as the island ships out roughly 90% of Iran's crude oil exports. Oil prices have already hit a four-year high, more than $103 per barrel. That's an increase of over 40% since the start of the war. The Wall Street Journal reports that Trump himself was warned that Iran might try to blockade the Strait of Hormuz, but proceeded with the war anyways, assuming that Iranian leaders would capitulate before doing so. All of this comes after days of saying that the Strait of Hormuz was under control.
Say hello to Z. And now our president is asking other nations to come on down, come on along and take it to the lullaby of Broadway. He's asking other nations to come on down and hang out and be a part of the situation here. and see if they can just try to get this thing going on expeditiously a little faster. That's it, you guys. After this, that's it.
Strikes against Iran's largest oil terminal in Kharg Island could prove to be a tipping point in the war. As President Trump announces, many countries will be sending warships to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. Our next guest knows all about fighting the war of terror in this region. Former U.S. Navy Lieutenant Commander Tom Sauer joining us. Commander.
Now, I do want you guys to hear this because he's very, very good at explaining what's going on.
Thank you for joining us. And as we talk about the options of how you open that Strait of Hormuz, whether it's more air power, whether it's an actual U.S. ground force component, or even allies helping escort ships through the strait, what do you see as the best options?
Thanks for having me, Griff. I would say that obviously I think the best option is through naval power. Maybe I'm biased because I went to the Naval Academy and I spent the past 20 years of my life studying and working and training for this problem. So have all my closest friends, even my brother as well. And we've got task forces that have been around longer than I've been alive, dedicated solely to keeping the Strait of Hormuz clear. And a lot of those guys, friends of mine I talk to, are getting ready to ramp it up right now. They're standing by and they're very resolute in what they're going to do. I do think it's very good and helpful that we get our friends and allies. Particularly, I think I've read somewhere that the French are actually sending their Charles de Gaulle carrier strike group. That's really good news. By what I think this really highlights, because look, Americans don't want to see American boots on the ground in Iran or anything like that. And that's why having Trump's great golden fleet is going to be a huge part of this. Now, obviously, that's going to take some time. And one of the key aspects of this is reindustrialization of America. This is our shipbuilding. This is like through allocations of tens of billions of dollars to the Office of Strategic Capital, led by Dave Lorch, under Secretary Hegseth and President Trump's leadership. But this is really going to be a naval problem. I've transited the Strait of Hormuz more times than I can count. And it's a pretty, it is a critical choke point for the global oil supply. And that's something that President Trump has really made a focus on. And I'm very optimistic about this in the long term.
All right, yeah, we got to go. That was a lot. Thank you so much for that information. He had a lot more, got to be honest with you. I mean, a whole lot more, but can't stay on one video for too long, you guys. We got to get on over to Cuba because I saw people talking about that as soon as we came on this morning. And yes, I would like to pray for Cuba and everyone over there. I want to pray for more food, more nourishment, so these guys can get, better health. No one deserves to be in the situations that they're living in right now, you guys. So yeah, just wanted to check on the camera real quick and make sure that we good. It looks a little crazy because that monitor is moving. Yeah, we got to get on over here to Cuba. We got violent protests and all like interrupted all over. That's feuds. We got all sorts of intensified locals that are breaking things open and setting little small fires and stuff, crashing into businesses. It's really chaos out there right now. So yes, and I can understand because people are suffering. Let's get on over to Cuba situation and see what's going on over there, you guys.
Well, violence is erupting in Cuba as protesters torch Communist Party offices, throw rocks, and chant against the regime in a rare show of defiance. Havana is opening talks with the Trump administration while a deepening energy and economic crisis grips the island. Madeline Rivera has the latest from here in D.C. Hi, Madeline.
Hi, Rich. Cuba is facing a growing humanitarian crisis as it struggles with fuel shortages. Anger over rolling blackouts and a shortage of food are culminating in protests. There are reports of anti-government demonstrators attacking a Communist Party office in central Cuba. Videos on social media showed fire and people throwing rocks through the windows of a building. Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel addressed the protests, saying it is understandable that the prolonged blackouts caused distress in our town as a consequence of the U.S. energy blockade, cruelly intensified in recent months. But he goes on to say for vandalism and violence, there will be no impunity. Cuba's power outages got worse after the U.S. seized Nicolas Maduro in January, ending Venezuela's shipments of oil to the island. President Trump has also threatened to impose tariffs on any country that supplies oil to Cuba. And since then, airlines have restricted services to the island because they can no longer refuel. Classes have been suspended, and government employees are working remotely to try and preserve energy.
We can't stand because the situation in Cuba is very difficult. It's very hard, this situation. We're suffocating in this situation.
Now, if you could give me some likes right there, because we are getting busy right now, putting it down, making sure we go everywhere so that you guys get this information. And remember, this is a show where we report what's going on. I have no personal positions in this unless I tell you I do. Stuff like this, I don't think anybody should be suffering, honestly. I think I actually love Cubans. I love the coffee. I love the traditions. I love the people. I know some people say that they're mirroring the 60s and the 70s, but you know, sometimes when when you're in a bad situation, the economy is so bad, you have no other choice but to do so much. And then it comes down to the regime. It comes down to the leaders. People can't do but so much when the government is what they are. So let's be honest about this situation here, guys, and let's keep moving. But I would appreciate if we can double tap that screen and get those likes up, get some more people over here so they can see our stories. And also, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. It's actually free. Let's go.
Facing pressure, President Diaz-Canel says he spoke with President Trump last week. Diaz-Canel indicated the point of the talks was to find common ground to ensure the security of both the U.S. and Cuba. President Trump says Cuba needs to make a deal.
Cuba's at the end of the line. They're very much at the end of the line. They have no money. They have no oil. They have a bad philosophy. They have a bad regime that's been bad for a long time.
Public protests are rare in Cuba, where there is no specific law to regulate these types of demonstrations, so it leaves those who are arrested in legal limbo. Rich.
Oh, boy, let's keep on going, you guys. I told you we had a lot to unravel today. It's a lot to unravel today. I don't want to do that. You guys are boring. I'm skipping these PMs. Sorry, you guys. We're going to skip them PMs because I almost fell asleep looking at them PMs in the first place. The Prime Minister's, oh, yeah, that's what we're planning on doing. We're going to do this. And over here, sound like the C League trying to just come together to make something make sense. No, thank you. I understand, and I know you might feel a certain way, but I understand. Keep on going over to the Mediterranean. This kind of gives me an understanding of why people try to leave these islands and why they leave these places, because it's so bad where they come from. So we have in the Mediterranean right now where we got these migrants who have been stranded in the central Mediterranean Sea. They got rescued by some Italians. Luckily they came along, because I'm gonna tell you, them waves, it doesn't look like that raft that they were on was gonna last too long. It don't look like it. That raft that they were on was not going to last too long. It's not too much audio here, you guys, not until it gets into it. I just want you guys to see what's going on here. This is they didn't say what Italians, but they said that they got rescued by the Italians. I'm assuming this is like the Italian Coast Guard. But you see how choppy those waves are, how strong those waves are? See, now they got a lot of people on that little raft.
Oh!
So yeah, wherever they came from, they probably gonna get caught up and go back.
2, 1, go.
So I'm guessing it took them a while. They out there in the Mediterranean Sea. Oh my man, now you know they trying to get free in the Mediterranean Sea. Y'all, come on now, double tap that screen to get those likes up. We just was in the Mediterranean Sea on boats, not even land. We just did something we never did before. Let's keep on going, you guys, because we got these 305 TS agents who quit during the partial shutdown. They can't take it no more. A couple of months ago, you guys want to do this shutdown, messing up my rent. Now you want to do, okay, cool. You know what? I quit. Take this here badge. What else you need? You need this jacket? See y'all later. I'm going to go get it how I live. 305 TSA workers just quit, y'all. I'm trying to make it sound a little different from what it is, but I guess they just couldn't take it anymore.
It is now day 25 of the shutdown at the Homeland Security Department, which is causing major disruptions at airports across the country. Today was slightly less of a headache for travelers. More than 2,000 U.S. flights were delayed, according to flight tracking site FlightAware. On Saturday, that number was nearly 10,000. Democrats are demanding reforms to the department's immigration enforcement policies and have offered to fund all non-immigration related agencies, but Republicans in the White House say the entire standoff just needs to end.
It is true that we are still far apart on the question of ICE. It is also true that there is no reason at all to hold TSA or the Coast Guard or FEMA hostage.
Call your Democrat member of Congress and tell them to fund the Department of Homeland Security. That's what President Trump wants to do, and it's completely ridiculous that the American people are suffering.
Let's bring in CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Skangas. You have some new reports.
No, we got more reports on the other side of it now, because now we got some other workers that's on the other side of it. They're not even letting them get past the screenings to go to work on the other side. I don't even want to do this, but I got to. I'm sorry. Ice, ice, baby. Get them! I know you don't like that. I know certain people feel a certain way about it, but I had to do it. Because now we got some immigrant workers at the DHS asking the DHS why did they revoke their airport security clearances, you guys. And this is the bad part about it. You know how you're in the airport sometimes and you see the people that are cleaning up and you probably see them, taking care of the trash and things like that. 9 times out of 10, they're probably a worker from somewhere else. I'm just gonna put it like that. Well, guess what? They're not getting past the security clearances in order to be able to go to work. I don't think that that's cool at all. I mean, because they've already been working there a certain amount of time. I'm gonna let this video play, and that's why I felt a little bit about doing the ICE thing in the beginning. So let me let you guys see what's going on here as the group that sues the DHS for revoking their airport security clearances.
It's a group of former immigrant airport workers who are suing the government to get their jobs back here at Logan Airport. Their absence may be felt more behind the scenes.
They're pretty long, they're pretty slow.
Travelers enduring another day of the partial government shutdown, affecting thousands of TSA workers now left without their first full paycheck Friday.
Much respect to the TSA workers that are there working without paychecks. Hopefully the situation gets resolved really soon.
Homeland Security blaming Democrats for the ongoing shutdown that's aimed at curbing immigration enforcement, adding more than 300 TSA officers have quit since the DHS shutdown began. American travelers across...
Thank you, Lisa Roy, for noticing. She said she was listening to another podcast and they said something, and she said something and they were extremely rude. That's not like you guys here, open-minded, and I appreciate you. We all appreciate you too, Lisa. Sorry for stopping the video. Let's just do this right here because I don't want to cheat you guys.
Since the DHS shutdown began, American travelers across the country are facing hours-long airport lines that will worsen as this shutdown continues. But while there may be delays getting to security, a group of former airport employees are suing Homeland Security to be able to get past security to do their jobs. 32BJ SEIU wants DHS to restore jobs for more than 80 legal immigrant workers at 5 U.S. airports, including Boston's Logan International.
The government has devised a scheme, basically, to strip legal immigrant workers of their jobs.
The union claims the Trump administration is using a pretext of airport security to get rid of immigrant workers. They say they're not renewing their security clearance needed to do their jobs. Daisy Chavez says she was part of the cleaning staff at Logan Airport for more than 30 years, working under temporary protective status for Salvadorans.
Se siente desesperada, no puede proveerle a su familia.
Sí, claro. Claro que sí.
She's desperate, unable to provide for her family, she says, blaming the administration, saying it doesn't realize the harm that it's causing to those with TPS.
And I feel like all of these workers are taking a lot of pride in their jobs, and I feel like, if there's a little bit of a delay, then I just feel for them. I have a lot of respect for them too.
Now, Massport referred all of our questions over to Homeland Security. We're still waiting on that agency to respond to our questions and explain why is it that they allegedly revoked these security clearances for these immigrant workers. Now, at the same time, as far as that lawsuit, the union explains that they're trying to act now as they're noticing more and more of these workers here faced with a similar situation, and they're trying to put a stop to all of this. Reporting live from Logan Airport.
Yeah, you guys, come on now. You know what we got to do over here. You might not like it. You might like it, but we bring it to you how it is, and that's how it is over here. Don't get mad at me for what we're doing. All I want you to do is have something to say about it in the chat. Try to be respectful to each other. And if anybody up in there trolling this early, might be time for y'all to get up out of here. Liberty, come on, Casey. Let's see what we got to do today. I hear there's a lot of trolling going on today. So if we got to clean it up, let's clean it up. Let's do what we got to do, you guys, because it's too early for the crap. We got too much serious news to get through. I understand having a little bit of fun, if you know me. Let's keep on going, you guys, and let's try to keep it good. Let's go. Good information. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. American kids are now being recruited. They're being recruited by Mexican cartel and smuggling drugs. That's right. I said American kids, but they're not exactly. Matter of fact, they're going to hide their faces here for obvious reasons. And I had to cue it up because the video is rather long. But I never thought to think about something like this, you guys. So let's get into this next situation here where they got these American kids with these drugs out here.
Money's waiting here for you.
The money also lured in Mila too, first recruited at 14 years old.
I was a freshman in high school, and there was like a friend that I considered a best friend at that time, was just telling me like about how she's making like extra money.
And then you got paid.
Yes. I was like, oh, this is actually really kind of easy. Like, no wonder why a lot of kids do it.
Mila too, a U.S. citizen who lived at the time with her mom in Tijuana, Mexico, had some successful trips, oftentimes just walking across the border as she did every day to go to school. But when she was caught, it was 2 weeks after she turned 18.
And I couldn't go to my senior trip or do any of my senior activities. I wasn't going to be able to graduate with my class. I didn't get to wear the gown.
Considered an adult, she also spent 88 days in prison and now travels to local high schools to warn students about the scheme.
They'll go, say, to like a house or a warehouse, and they'll start strapping you up. And then at this point, say they just offered you $1,000, which is nothing for these cartels. And then you're like, wait a second, I thought I was only going to have one package.
We listened in on one such presentation now given to dozens of schools around the county in response to the alarming number of young Americans agreeing to help the cartels and then getting caught.
In federal, you actually serve almost all of that time. There's very little time taken off or shaved off your sentence for good behavior during prison. Ultimately, what the judge says, inevitably, is you caused a death. You robbed someone of their life.
This high school, located just a few miles from the San Ysidro port of entry, considered the busiest land port in the world.
We see an average of about 100,000 people crossing every single day. About 45,000 vehicles and about 25,000 pedestrians walking across the United States from Mexico into the United States every single day.
U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Field Operations Director Sidney Aki says cartel members take advantage of young Americans with no criminal records.
These children in the teens, in the high school age, they're looking for a lot of different, new iPhone, a new Android, new gaming station, or just different things.
PS5, you know why they do it, you guys. You know why they do it, and it's looking good to them. Oh, it's easy money. All you got to do is put in your book bag. They'll never expect you. And next thing you know, watch your head. Now you got a record. Mom, crying and everything like that. No, you probably need to show this to the kids too. Why not? That's what they're doing to them. Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire, guys. I'm telling you. All right, let's get on over to New Mexico. Time to get on into the Epstein saga. We got Jeffrey Epstein at the ranch. We got secrets that the former residents as well as police are searching for. Urried girls. I didn't say the word. I said urried girls. Let's get into it, you guys. I told you how we get down over here. We're going to have to stack this deck and keep moving fast. Now, let's go. Epstein does it. Epstein Ranch insider girls could be hidden. Ex-ranch residents speak property too big. Times Entertainment.
Police officers have descended on the infamous Zorro Ranch, once owned by disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, reopening one of the darkest mysteries linked to the convicted sex offender. The sprawling 7,500-acre property in the New Mexico desert is now at the center of a new investigation following explosive claims that the remains of 2 girls may be buried somewhere on the land.
Now, if you guys could do me a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up, I really would appreciate it. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? If you want to be a member, it's a lot of money. I'm sorry, you guys, it's kind of expensive. And I just had to do it because I need the money. It's a whole $2.99. I know it's rough and I know it's real, but I needed the $3, man. It had to be a whole 3. Get up off that $3. Come on now, snap it to a Slim Jim. I'm just kidding, you guys, but what I really would appreciate, hit the like button because it's actually free. Subscribe to the channel. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's go.
Authorities began the search after new details surfaced in the recently released Epstein files, which revived chilling allegations about what may have happened behind the gates of the remote estate. The massive ranch, located south of Santa Fe, has long been shrouded in disturbing rumors. Epstein purchased the property in 1993 from former New Mexico Governor Bruce King and reportedly used it as one of several locations tied to his trafficking and abuse network. According to reports by the Mail Online, the site includes a private airstrip, stables, and multiple smaller homes scattered across the enormous desert landscape, making it one of Epstein's most secretive and isolated properties. Now, a man who once lived at the ranch during his teenage years is speaking out. Ian Royal, a former resident whose father worked as a ranch hand for Epstein for more than a decade, says the sheer size of the property could make discovering hidden bodies nearly impossible. Speaking to The Sun US, Royal explained that the estate is so vast that someone could easily conceal something without ever being detected. Royal recalled exploring the ranch on four-wheelers and seeing firsthand just how enormous the property is. According to him, the landscape stretches across miles of desert terrain, with roads running through it and vast empty spaces in between. As he told The Sun US, if someone truly wanted to hide evidence or bury bodies there, the sheer scale of the land would make it frighteningly easy to do so.
Wow.
The renewed investigation stems from a disturbing claim that surfaced years earlier. Back in 2019, radio host and former mayoral candidate Eddie Aragon reportedly received an anonymous email from someone claiming to have worked at the ranch. According to the Mail Online, the message alleged that 2 foreign girls had died during violent sexual encounters and were later buried somewhere in the hills surrounding Zorro Ranch. The anonymous writer claimed the victims had died by strangulation during what was described as rough fetish sex, and that the burials were carried out on Epstein's orders. The email was forwarded to the FBI and eventually resurfaced among millions of documents released as part of the Epstein files. While the claims remain unverified, they were serious enough to prompt renewed scrutiny of the remote estate.
So now, even though that's a clip that could be AI generated and all of that, right? Could be just hoopla, right? Nah, let's go and get into it for real again. Got a little more on this.
Details of that top the week in review. Epstein's longtime accountant and executor of his estate was called to testify under oath on Capitol Hill before the House Oversight Committee. Richard Kahn was Epstein's accountant for years. He told lawmakers he had not personally seen evidence of Epstein's sexual abuse, but provided a fuller picture of how Epstein acquired his wealth, which at one point was over $750 million.
What? Y'all heard that? Did y'all hear the numbers? Going back, I don't care. $753 million. And then he sold the Zorro Ranch. Man, still got so much money in that account, it's crazy. That Epstein, that escrow account, you can imagine the money that they have in there and how much money he's still managing, because he still owns a bunch of the LLCs. Oh, you didn't know about that? But he ain't know nothing about what was going on.
How Epstein acquired his wealth, which at one point was over $750 million, and how he spent it at his various properties. Kahn is mentioned more than 50,000 times in the Epstein files. As executor of his estate, Kahn also managed payouts of more than $121 million from the Epstein's Victims Compensation Fund.
He managed all the payouts, but he don't know nothing. He don't know jack.
To more than 135 survivors. Also this week, the New Mexico Department of Justice launched a search at a sprawling property Epstein used to own, known at the time as Zorro Ranch. Some Epstein victims say they were abused and trafficked at the remote and isolated estate near Santa Fe. The property has changed hands since Epstein's death in 2019, and evidence has likely been lost. But recent Epstein file mentions have spurred state authorities to open a criminal inquiry. The alleged scale of abuse in the Epstein case has shocked the world. EWTN News in Depth talked exclusively with a New Mexico rancher whose family sold Zorro Ranch to Epstein. Here's reporter Mark Irons.
We got it over here, y'all. We got the family that sold the ranch to Jeffrey Epstein. About to come talking about how he never really went up there. I'm gonna tell you like this, do your boy a favor. I really would appreciate it now, because ain't nobody doing this like this. That's why we are, and proud of being, what we are, Liberty. You know what we are, right? Numero uno. Numeros uno. We numero uno over here, because we don't play. Come down to sequence and making sure we stack that deck to get the supportive. We don't play. And I'm not bragging. It's just been a lot of time and a lot of time getting it right. And I could not have gotten this far without you guys. Most of these stories and the way we sequence them, it's because of you guys. I'm telling you. Ah, Boogotti, what's going on with that? Let that play longer. Da-da-da. I know. Now I know what you guys want. I know how to give it to you. Let's keep on moving forward. Now, if you appreciate me for being the maestro, because I couldn't do it without you, do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen. We get those likes up. Why, Boogotti? Hit the like button, sends up a signal, and more people come over. I'm greedy for the people, for the information. That's what I want. Let's go.
The apparent first-time search of Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch in New Mexico comes 7 years after the death of the convicted sex offender who is charged with trafficking underage girls and, according to allegations, committed crimes here decades ago.
It's definitely too little too late.
A day before the New Mexico Department of Justice began the search, just outside the property, New Mexico resident Amanda Cisco joined other protesters alongside family members of Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre, demanding justice for victims.
It feels like girls and women aren't believed.
A former worker at Zorro Ranch provided EWTN News in Depth with these pictures taken in 2003 of the outside and inside of the property. And now, in an exclusive interview, we're learning more about Epstein's time here from a member of the family that sold him the ranch.
He fooled a lot of people. He was powerful. He gave money to a lot of politicians.
Jerry King, a rancher and one-time political appointee as assistant land commissioner, is the nephew of Bruce King, the former governor of New Mexico, who owned...
I tell you, we got to always go back to the history to find out what's going to happen or probably be going on in the future, right?
Owned this ranch 30 miles south of Santa Fe before selling it to Epstein in the early 90s.
I never went up to the ranch once they purchased it.
King, who says he never met Epstein and claims he avoided conflicts of interest during his time at the land office, did call himself a friend of former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson.
When I would see him every once in a while, he would ask me, he says, you been out to Epstein's? That's your guys' ranch, you know? And it was sort of tongue-in-cheek.
Richardson received campaign donations from Epstein, and in a deposition, Virginia Giuffre alleged he was one of the men she was directed to have sexual encounters with. In a response, he said he'd never met her and denied any wrongdoing.
It's in the book.
Richardson passed away in 2023. He hasn't been charged with any crime related to Epstein. Neither has anyone in the King family. Jerry says he'd hear about parties or famous people at
So now, how did he get that property? How did he get the property on 70th Street that cost $70 million that we did that video from that time, you guys? He got that from Les Wexner. And then he gave his brother the building over on 68th Street between 1st and 2nd Avenue, right? And supposedly the models were living there, right? Yeah, I got something coming with that one too. So a lot of these properties were acquired in really different manners, huh? And that's just the ones that I know about.
Zorro Ranch, but with a number of rich people owning ranches in the area, that wasn't uncommon. His cousin Gary King, the former Attorney General of New Mexico, who also ran for governor, claimed in one news report that he was unaware he had chartered Epstein's plane during a campaign flight in 2014, despite Epstein file releases that indicate he might have known. Another document shows his campaign thanks Epstein in 2014 for his commitment to raise $50,000. Reportedly, both King and Richardson returned or donated campaign funds after Epstein's abuse came to light. Jerry's sister, Rhonda King, appears among the list of Epstein contacts seen here in documents released by the Department of Justice. Jerry says she assisted with logistics in the sale of Zorro Ranch. Rhonda and Gary could not be reached for comment. We asked Jerry if anyone in the King family was aware of Epstein's crimes, or knew about it, or covered anything up to your knowledge.
No, I never heard of. We were a close family. I mean, we all talk a lot. If somebody would.
Oh, okay, buddy. You don't know nothing. I understand. I don't blame you. I ain't getting locked up at this age. I hear what you're saying. I hear what he's trying to say. He don't trying to get locked up at that age. I mean, whatever. I'm good. I don't want to have nothing to do with this crap. That's right, you guys. We got a little bit more on St. John's Island. I want you guys to see exactly why it was so horrific to some of the people. Just going to get into a little bit more of this. I mean, we could have went so much further. But right now, this is how we're going to do it right here. We're going to do this last video right here in this category. If you guys appreciate the content that you're getting right now, the exclusive information, because that's what I try to do. I try to get information that nobody else knows about, or at least go a little bit further than they would. So let's go a little bit further and see what was going on St. James Island, St. John's Island, St. James to be corrected. And I want to say, these are just accusations. I'm not making any claims myself.
Infamous sex.
Little St. James. Oh, that was beautiful. I don't know what happened with that. Sorry about that, guys. Let's do that again.
Infamous sex offender Jeffrey Epstein used the secluded island to both wine and dine the rich and build a trap where women and children as young as 12 describe rape, sexual abuse, and trafficking.
The girls and young women who went on the island were basic prisoners. You couldn't leave.
A CNN review of thousands of videos, photos, and emails in the DOJ files, written testimony from victims, and satellite imagery paint the clearest picture yet of how Epstein transformed this island into an elaborate crime scene. The files show the signs of abuse captured on camera.
It was just for Jeffrey's amusement.
Powerful guests publicly and repeatedly say they didn't see this abuse, but it was so obvious and bold, according to one victim, that anyone spending significant time at any of Epstein's residences would have clearly been aware of what was going on. To do what he planned, Epstein used the island's seclusion.
This is my swimming pool.
So yeah, he was spoiled. You heard what he said? This is my swimming pool. Yeah, real serious right there. That was his swimming pool right there, y'all. Big island.
There's allowed to dock here. My beach.
Going on. To do what he planned, Epstein used the island's seclusion.
This is my swimming pool. No one's allowed to dock here. My beach.
Helicopter or boat were the only way visitors could get to the island he purchased for about $8 million in 1998. In 2002, satellite images show the island, Little St. James, was barely developed. Just one main house here and a few small buildings on the northern tip of the roughly 70-acre island. Over the next 2 decades, you can see Epstein's building spree as he transformed it into a luxurious vacation escape, expanding the main home to the north. He built a larger pool, new cabanas, upgraded rooms, a dental office for some unknown reason, and this unusual-looking building, referred to in the files as a temple. He also bought a $300,000 antique desk and statues worth about $100,000. As Epstein developed his getaway,
I know you guys might want to watch this whole thing, but we can't. This is Epstein's Island. Was so horrific. One victim tried to swim away. You ready? Epstein's Island was so horrific. One victim tried to swim away. It's from CNN. CNN channel. Epstein Island was so horrific, one victim tried to swim away. We could have kept on going for at least about 20, 30 minutes with that clip, but I can't because we got other stuff to get into. I need to get on over to these marshals that found this 9-year-old Tristan. They've been looking for him for a while. Tristan King has been missing for longer than any child has been in Maryland. So I'm just gonna say thank you for this. Don't know what the reason was why he went missing, but I'm hopeful and I'm thankful that no harm came to him. Hope you guys appreciate the content that you got. That was kind of deep right there, if I do say so myself. It was getting kind of dark. I wanted to get away from that. So if you appreciate the content, I'd appreciate it if you can double tap that screen to get those likes up. They found Tristan, y'all. Let's go.
Welcome back. New developments tonight in the case of 9-year-old Tristan King. As we reported earlier this week, he had been missing since September, but after nearly 6 months, the U.S. Marshal Service says they found this 9-year-old at a house on Filbert Street in the Curtis Bay neighborhood this morning. That's just down the street from where he first went missing last September. Tristan King was in the care of Human Services, but he had jumped out of his caseworker's car back in September. Our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, reports authorities took him to a city hospital to be evaluated. So glad to hear he has been found.
Okay, hopefully that's it with Tristan and he gonna be okay. You know, when it comes down to situations with children, they can't report but so much. But I just want to say again, thank the Lord that he's safe and that he's healthy and that nothing bad came to him, Lord, because you know how it is. Normally, the first 48, a lot of things could happen, especially when it comes to a child. This child must have been watched over, could have even been a family member, whoever, I'm sorry, not a family member, but somebody we could trust. But I'm just so happy that he's still here with us and everything is okay, hopefully. Let's keep on moving forward, because a lot of times, like we said before, sometimes they're running away from something as well. Got to look at it that way too. I know how we are over here. Let's keep on going over to the Metro. We got this assault suspect who's been released on bond after touching women's hair. Remember that day, remember in Washington? Got the guy, El Creepo. He's getting online and like making little videos and touching women's hair and putting it up on his social network. But they let him out, y'all. Let's go, see what's going on with this one.
The man accused of touching women's hair on metro trains is once again free on bond after an arraignment in D.C. Superior Court this afternoon.
Brian Bettenker is charged with assault and battery in Arlington County and assault in D.C. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder was in court today when the judge told Bettenker,
El Creepo,
that she would have put him in jail if she could.
The Maryland man facing multiple charges in connection to these creepy videos posted online that appear to show him touching the hair of multiple women on metro trains walked out of D.C. Superior Court Friday on bond, strapped with a GPS ankle monitor. As he left court, he had this to say to our camera.
I am innocent of anything they say, and feminism is a cancer.
Before releasing him, the magistrate judge
I ain't innocent of everything. They should have just came out of there. Doom, 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 doom. You should have just heard the music pull up. Doom, 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 doom. Get him! Watch your head. Boop! And let it hit the top of the car. Shut up. Oh my God, we're hopping. I don't know. Yeah, they should have just, whole ice should have just ran up on them right there. I don't care what y'all say, whatever.
told 28-year-old Brian Bettenker, quote, "I'd hold you if I could," end quote. But given the allegations, the government told the court there is no basis to hold him in custody. Regarding those allegations, we're now getting a clearer picture of the multiple assault cases against Bettenker. First, in Arlington County, Virginia. On March 1st, this video appeared as a live stream on an X account that police say belongs to Bettenker. It shows him touching the hair of a woman in front of him at least 2 times. He was arrested and charged for assault and battery. Following his arraignment on that charge Monday, Bettenker was arrested again in the parking lot of the courthouse, this time on a warrant out of D.C. And according to court documents, we now know it's for what's seen in this other video. Metro Transit police say on March 2nd, the woman in this video reached out to police saying she's the victim here. This video, allegedly recorded by Bettenker, appears to show him touching this other victim's hair and again posting it on his social media. Brian Bettenker was a January 6th Capitol rioter who was convicted and jailed on federal charges for his participation. The FBI said Bettenker called himself a white supremacist and talked about wanting to be a, quote, lone wolf gunman. He was ultimately pardoned for his January 6th related convictions, by President Trump. On January 6th, Brian Bettencourt wore a Proud Boys t-shirt. That's a far-right neo-fascist organization. And the leader of the Proud Boys is a guy named Enrique Tarrio, who has been posting online trying to distance himself from Bettencourt, saying Brian Bettencourt was never a member of the Proud Boys. Well, today's arraignment hearing was live streamed on WebEx, and as I'm sitting in the courtroom, I can see the accounts that are popping into the live stream to watch. And just before Bettencourt was arraigned, an account belonging to Enrique Tarrio logged in to watch on the live stream. Reporting from D.C. Superior Court, Drew Wilder, News.
Oh boy, I'm not affiliated, but I'm gonna watch. I want to see what's going down. Maybe he just wanted to see y'all. Yeah, right. Come on, y'all. Do me a favor. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got it. Every angle, everything, all the follow-ups, trending topics. What else y'all want to see? Let's go. Because we on top of it over here. It's Monday. One more day to St. Patrick's Day, y'all. I put the location up in the post notification area that we're going to be meeting at. So far, we've got one person. Anybody want to get in contact with me, all you got to do is what Casey does. Go on Discord and message me. We go back and forth just like text. That's right, you guys. Go to Discord, message me. I'm right there. Might hear it right now since I already said it. If you got the Discord, you got me on the hip. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to California, Hollywood to be exact, as we've got some increased security in place ahead of the 2026 Oscar ceremony. And if you're concerned about the St. Patrick's Day parade, don't be. We're used to it. We New York. Come on with it, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. We got one more day to St. Patty's, y'all.
With terror-motivated attacks here at home and the Iran war raging in the Middle East, security for the 98th Oscars will be tighter than ever. The FBI, LAPD SWAT team, bomb squad, and snipers will create a 1-mile buffer to protect the stars and fans during the celebration.
KTLA's Sandra Mitchell is live outside the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, where organizers are getting everything just right for the Oscars. Sandra.
Absolutely, they are, Mike. Rings of security. That is how the LAPD chief describes the strategy here. Now, just behind us, we've got the red carpet, the celebrity arrival area. And come Sunday, from this point, security protocols will be in place 1 mile in every direction.
Whoa.
Concrete blockades, chain link fences, snipers on rooftops. Hours away from the Oscars, and security around the Dolby Theater is tighter than years before because of the war with Iran.
Security is pretty tight. Every 15 feet or so, there's people, which is good to see, but that's also limited. You're only keep that up for so long.
Tonight, there is a 1-mile security buffer around Hollywood and Highland, with an unprecedented deployment of LAPD coming. Tonight, in a statement to KTLA, an LAPD department spokesperson said the preparations include layered security perimeters, traffic management plans, and a highly visible police presence.
Hope they don't have no rainbow printed floor and all of that, because you know they love doing that in LA. Oh, look at the floor. We put the rainbow down. I see what you guys heard. I had to say it. I had to announce it. I had to say it. I saw what John said. Let's get on over to Copenhagen. Oh yeah, you didn't think we go to Copenhagen in Denmark? Yeah, we got celebrity chef he's gonna resign from a Danish restaurant. It's called the Noma. You've probably heard about this one, right? After abuse allegations. I didn't say it. People are claiming that against him. You know how sometimes you get these chefs like Gordon Ramsay and try to be all mean to you and everything? Get over there, Damyo. I told you one flip of the souffle. What, nigga? I was flinging this souffle in your damn... Yeah, exactly. You know how sometimes they try to go a little extra? I guess this fool here went a little too extra to the point where now he has to resign. And I guess the Noma don't want him no more.
Tonight, a scandal involving world-renowned chef Rene Redzepi reaching a boiling point.
I'm sorry everyone is in this situation.
The celebrity...
No, you in this situation because of what you supposedly did, Rene.
Chef announcing he's stepping down as leader of Noma, the acclaimed Danish restaurant he led for 23 years. It comes after abuse allegations against Redzepi resurfaced this week.
Noma, shame on you!
As the famed restaurant kicks off a 16-week pop-up in Los Angeles.
Turns out arriving in LA, I really like the sun.
Charging diners $1,500 a plate. Former NOMA chef Jason White among those speaking out.
Workers being pushed beyond their limits, workers being punched and choked.
The New York Times publishing similar accusations in an explosive report this week outlining allegations of physical abuse between 2009 and...
You ain't hear about the fried chicken lady? You ain't know about this stuff, man? You ain't hear about... Oh, my God. Y'all don't do your homework? You get these attitudes and think people going to just keep on taking your crap. Once you fire them, it's a wrap.
2017.
The restaurant industry has long been given a pass on this violence.
Reporter Julia Moskin says
$1,500 a plate. You need to be whooped just for that. $1,500 a plate? What the hell are you serving? Do me a favor, you guys, because you ain't never going to hear nothing like that but from right here. Do me a favor, I'd appreciate it. If you can double tap the screen to get the likes up, it gets more people to come over here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it because, come on, at least my birthday is tomorrow. You can give me an early birthday gift. I'm going to ask for it tomorrow, too. So, if you know, I don't know. I'm going to ask for it tomorrow, too. I'm still going to ask for a like because it's real easy to do. And if you have not subscribed, come on now, subscribe to the channel.
She and her team interviewed 35 former NOMA employees.
Unfortunately, when the chef got really angry, he really felt like he needed to punish the chefs physically.
The New York Times reporter says they have not uncovered any new allegations since 2017. So far, the informal allegations have not resulted in any lawsuits or criminal charges. The famed chef has issued public apologies before. In a 2015 essay, he acknowledged he's been a bully for a large part of my career and vowed to do better moving forward.
Hey, chef.
Noma, the 3 Michelin-starred restaurant, was repeatedly ranked #1 in the world. The Copenhagen location closed in 2024, but Red Zeppi's rise was just beginning. Featured in a 2024 Apple TV docuseries.
Food is never just food.
Even appearing 8-year-old who has not returned NBC's request for comment now appears to be turning down the heat.
I'm not running away from any responsibility on how I have been. I'm not. I know how I've been. Many of you have been here long enough to have experienced how we've gone through this change. You'll see me around, but not in the way you've seen me around for the past 23 years.
There you go. See, that's why you shouldn't do certain things like that, man, because now you're over there like, man, you just, as he's saying it, he's realizing how detrimental it is to himself, what he did to himself. You know, sometimes they say you make your bed and then you got to lie in it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Where we going right now? We got to get on over to Burlington. We got a Democrat that's Bob Hooper, who resigned over the number 6 harassment allegations. Let's get it, God. Let's keep on moving. I told you we had a lot this morning. We got a lot to get into. I told you we're going to cover everything. But then we got to, first we got to, now, what y'all want to do? Want to be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the bins and the spoilers, on the low from the Jakes and the tourists, trying to get my hands on some grants like Horace. Yeah, living the raw deal. 3-course meal, spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Diddy, he tried to get out. I know I missed it. I'm a little bit late, but come on. Let's get on over here and see what's going on with P. Diddy. Tried to get out of jail early. Matter of fact, he's gonna get out earlier than expected. Let's go.
Candace, this is completely normal and available to any federal inmate who qualifies. It pretty much tells us that Diddy is trying to do better by following the programs in prison. This was not something that a judge ordered. A small but significant win for Sean Diddy Combs. His release date has moved up from June 4th, 2028 to April 25th, 2028. The reason? Combs enrolled in a residential drug abuse program.
It's extremely important for anyone who's incarcerated to even get a day off of their sentence. A federal incarceration.
What is up with your head? I got the nerve to be talking about it, but man, imagine if me and you had kids. There'd be a problem. That kid would have there'd be so many people talking about that kid every single day. And I'm sorry for going and changing the story up, but sometimes you got to stop it at the time when they show it.
Is is life-changing.
Criminal defense and entertainment attorney Johaira Escona says this is not special treatment. These programs are available to all eligible federal inmates. These reductions are earned, not given.
This isn't an incentive. This isn't a perk that Sean Combs is taking advantage of or that is being offered to him specifically. It is a program that Congress initiated and encourages amongst inmates who have a history of substance abuse issues.
It's a federal rehabilitation plan that allows qualifying inmates to
She needs to look into bangs.
cut up to a year off their sentence if they successfully complete the program. And Combs can see even more time knocked off if he qualifies for additional programs. A rep for Combs said he's been fully engaged in the program and focusing on rehabilitation and personal development while behind bars. Combs' initial release date was extended after allegations he violated prison rules, including phone and commissary use. Separate from this reduction, Combs has filed an appeal, and if granted, that could dramatically change his release date altogether.
It's already scheduled for oral argument this spring, which is extremely quick for a federal matter, especially such a high-profile case, which tells me his attorneys are moving aggressively and efficiently.
Well, you heard the attorney there.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Thank you so much for the information. And I had to get you guys the new. Every time y'all look at it, that's all you saw, right? That's all you saw, right? Like, yeah, you know what? Maybe you do need to get a bang. Tap, flap that joint right there. Rakata. Have a little sun visor on, you know what I'm saying? Little, you know what I'm saying? Right there on the top to cover that wind tunnel you got up on top of there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to this situation with this Burlington, this Democrat Bob Hooper. Come on, y'all. I already said that. I don't want to keep on saying the same thing. Let's go.
There's also developing news in the House tonight. Dozens of Democratic lawmakers are calling on one of their own to resign from office.
Yeah, Darren, this has taken a lot of time and attention from legislative leadership today. Now, Democrats are calling for Burlington Representative Bob Hooper to step down from office following an investigation by the House Sexual Harassment Panel. Now, that panel...
Somebody said that's a face for work. Being locked up for Sill's next parties is crazy work. Bison, let her hair down. She'll definitely get ahead. She'll definitely get ahead. Thank you, Jordan Dowdy, for the $5 super chat. Thank you for the $5 early birthday present. Yes, you guys, the birthday is tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. Y'all need to stop. I'm sorry, it was jokes.
Launched an investigation and found Hooper violated the policy. Hooper resigned from the House Government Operations Committee as a result. Now, according to Vermont Public, who viewed the report, Hooper circulated an edited photo of another lawmaker in the committee and made inappropriate comments. Now, Hooper will not be named to another committee, effectively taking away his power to legislate.
We abide by the rules and have sexual harassment training. And when someone steps over that line, there's no reason for our members to have to sit and be in the House chamber with this member under the circumstances.
So it probably was something where he had a picture of somebody or did something to it and sent it around and circulated. Back in the days, that would have been nothing. But now they call that cyber something or sexual something else. You know what I'm talking about. You don't know what Ohio, the in-between bar. I'm sorry, the In-N-Out bar. They got this downtown bar that's close to a mid-crime allegations. Thank you so much for the 2. That's right, you guys. Thanks for the 2. Thanks for everything coming through. For the birthday gifts, you guys, I appreciate you. We're trying to get a whole rounded situation here. We'll let you guys know what's going on everywhere.
Allison, thanks so much. Well, new developments as violence leads to the closing of a downtown
Teddy
bar.
Marcel, thank you.
The In-Between Tavern is closed tonight.
So this all comes after a series of shootings, murders, and other crimes police say are connected to the bar.
Ohio.
The suspect in one of those crimes was just in court today. In fact, in our WLWT News says Brian Hamrick is live now with more on that story. Hi, Brian.
Yeah, Sheree, well, this is the In-Between Tavern. It's right across from the Red Stadium there. You can see the doors are locked here. This comes after a series of violent crimes that prosecutors say are connected to the bar. The bar owner disputes all of that, but one of the people charged in one of those crimes, was in court today.
Has he received a copy of his indictment?
He has.
And the plea?
The plea is not guilty.
Thank you, Emily.
Yeah, that's Philip Shaw, 41. He's facing a long list of charges, including multiple counts of murder, felonious assault, theft, weapons under disability, among others. Prosecutors say Shaw and his brother, Robert Shaw, 50, waited for the victim, Justin Johnson, 34 years old, to come out of the In-Between Tavern back in October. Prosecutors say they stole a car, stole a license plate from someone who was at the Bengals game earlier that day. It allowed them to stay under the radar as they waited for the victim to come out of the bar. And when he did, investigators say they opened fire and blasted off about 23 shots. Johnson was killed.
Given the nature of the charges and at this juncture, the weight of the evidence supposedly tying this defendant to these charges, I am setting a very substantial bond. It will be $1 million straight.
$1 million. Now, this is one of several incidents that happened surrounding the bar. There was another murderer in a bus that pulled up near the bar. A man was shot to death there. The bus driver wounded. And a lawsuit by the city says another person was trampled and robbed by people who were just had been inside and came outside the bar. Now this lawsuit by the city and the previous owner, we are told, has refused to then transfer the liquor license to the new owner who's had this bar since about June. So for now, at least, the bar remains closed here at the In-Between Tavern.
Yeah, it needs to never open. There's too much going on out there in the in-between. Nah, that's it. Y'all in-between madness. That's what I see. It's in-between madness. Bodies and all of that happen, trying to go out and enjoy yourself. Don't go to the in-between, even if they open it back up. Do your boy a favor, and I want to say thank you guys for all of the love and all of the $2 super chats. I will see $1.30 of every one of those, and I appreciate it so much. Yeah, because these folks, they be really trying to tap the pockets. So if you guys really want to show some love, Cash App, $ Boogotti Cash. It's BOOGOTTI Cash. That's it. BOOGTI. I'm sorry. $ BOOGOTTI Cash. Boogotti Cash. It's pinned at the top up there, you guys. Boogotti Cash. And thank you for all of the love. I really appreciate you guys. It took 73 minutes for him to be caught. Samuel Ramirez, being posted on the FBI's most wanted list yesterday. When we posted this yesterday, he was one of the most wanted criminals on the FBI list. I guess with all of the money that they were trying to offer for him, it was not playing. 73 minutes. It is now the record amount of time that it took for anyone to ever get caught on the FBI's most wanted list. This thing could go in the Guinness Book of World Records.
73 minutes, that's all it took from the moment the FBI added Samuel Ramirez Jr. to its 10 most wanted to the moment agents arrested him in Mexico. For the list, it's the fastest capture in agency history. And for the victim's family and friends, it's a relief. Walk into Star's Bar and Grill in Federal Way, and you can still feel what this place lost.
You know, all it takes is one person with the gun, you know, to just totally destroy things.
Owner Tina Nelson knows that better than anyone.
I loved having them here.
She's talking about Jessica Hone and Katie Dunkey, her employees. She says Katie lit up every room she entered.
I don't think there was anybody she didn't like. And then Jessica was just... she was so good to people and so kind.
In May 2023, both women were working a shift when Samuel Ramirez Jr. stepped through the door.
He came in, he had fun, he was interacting with a lot of people.
Then in the parking lot, investigators say there was a dispute and Ramirez hit one of the women. A male customer saw it.
And he just happened to get caught up in the middle of it.
He tackled Ramirez to the ground and punched him. Court documents say Ramirez told him he was done fighting. Then the customer backed off, and that's when Ramirez reached into his pocket and pulled out a handgun. Police say he shot and killed both women, then fired at the customer.
He was shot out 9 times. 9, and luckily only one bullet hit him, and it was in the arm.
Investigators say Ramirez ran and Tina Nelson refused to let anyone forget.
I want the word out there. I want people to see his picture. I want the story to be out there.
This week on Tuesday, the FBI added Ramirez to the 10 most wanted list and offered up to $1 million for information. 73 minutes later, they had him in Mexico.
I am so happy. My prayer
piece of garbage
have been answered, finally.
For Tina, she's still on a mission.
To get justice for those girls. You know, they did not deserve that, and he doesn't deserve to be out there living the life. You know, he needs to pay for what he did. He needs to man up.
The customer wounded in that 2023 shooting tells me he's grateful Ramirez is off the streets. Ramirez will face a judge in King County Superior Court within the next 2 weeks. In the newsroom, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.
Oh, man, I'm just so tired of reporting nonsense like this. They need to get people out and keep them out. If he would have never been inside the country, this would have never happened. If he would have never been inside of the country, this would have never happened. I want to pray so hard for that family, for the loss of the family, for the loss of life. Cannot believe this right here. It's just so tragic when you see nonsense like this happening for both of the women and the male who lost his life in this. You know, sometimes you guys, and I got to tell myself sometimes just leave it alone. Because sometimes when you think you're going to win, you're actually losing. A lot of people can't take an A-whipping no more. They're not from our era. They don't just try to come back and fight again. They go get something and pow. They don't think like that. And as far as to the women that were just standing there, totally crazy. Amen. Pray for their souls. It's tragedy. That's terrible right there, you guys. I had to really hold myself together on that one. We got this situation where this is like let's get a good situation going on where there's a record-setting finish in the women's half marathon. This was actually in New York and Central Park. Let's go ahead and get some good news.
It's on, as you say, Carrie, just everything from 10K to 26.2. This woman can crush it.
Well, she's run 104.22. That was back in 2022. That's her PR, her fastest time over half. That was at the rack half, which is fast, but she is closing in here.
She is.
Can she crack that?
We've got 90 seconds.
She's gonna get it. I'm sorry, she's gonna get it.
She's gonna get it. You know when the police bikes peel off?
I know
they're really close.
107.04 is the time to break.
It's almost gone quiet at the finish line here because everybody is just waiting. It is so close. It's going to be close, but
we all know that everybody knows Helen O'Beary's name.
Here she comes.
And she definitely is in sight. She actually got to sit in the cockpit, as you said, on her way
She
here.
did.
I mean, everyone celebrates when she comes to New York City.
Maybe she'll fly home. She might.
I don't know if she wants to do that. She might want to just have a glass of wine.
Now the course record here at the United Airlines NYC half. Helen O'Beary is a winner in New York. Once again, what a masterful performance as she breaks the record by more than 30 seconds today here in New York City. Incredible.
It is just so wonderful. There even was a smile.
You know what's so fantastic about marathons? It's really you against yourself. Because you could cheat, you could run out, leave, do what George Jefferson did, get a cab and go sit down and eat a sandwich with Tom Willis. You know, you can do all types of stuff like that. But she didn't. She was resilient, and she pushed through. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get over to Florida, and I needed to get you guys some resilience to push through these next stories, because we got a man that's been accused of 2 people in a Walgreens, Nassau County, you guys, in Florida. I didn't know that there was a Nassau County in Florida till I asked AI. I was flipping about it, too. Did you guys know that there was a Nassau County in Florida? Sometimes they need to let us know that, especially some of these newscast people. They think that everybody know that Nassau, let me stop.
First at 6, 2 people killed overnight in a shooting near the Players. That sparked a multi-county manhunt and caused the tournament to open to fans late today. Welcome in and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Keitha Nelson. We know tonight these shots were fired at a Walgreens on A1A. This is right near the tournament last night. The suspect took off stealing a car along the way. He was eventually found before 8 this morning in the Hilliard area out in Nassau County. We have a map on your screen right now with that location. And we have brand new pictures from the Nassau County Sheriff's Office showing the suspect, Christian Barrios. There he is being taken into custody by a deputy. He is facing multiple charges in St. Johns and Nassau County tonight. We have team coverage. In just minutes, our Zach Wilcox is live outside of the Players. There he is, hearing from businesses about this shooting. But first, we want to turn our attention to our Hajabah. She spoke with the St. Johns County Sheriff fans and is learning more about the suspect.
Deputies say gunfire erupted here at this Walgreens parking lot Friday night at 10:30, leaving 2 people dead.
I thought the police presence was just because of the tournament going on this weekend, but I think it's wild that it happened so close.
Fans headed into the Players' Championship Saturday morning say they were surprised to learn about the shooting, but relieved after deputies announced the suspect had been caught. Police say 2 people were shot multiple times Friday night around 10:30 in the Walgreens parking lot at Palm Valley Road and A1A. The suspect, 32-year-old Christian Burrows, ran from the scene, sparking an hours-long search that stretched from TPC Sawgrass into Nassau County.
I am glad that the suspect has been caught. And, once again, that fast reaction time from the police department and working across departments there is really helped out.
Deputies say K-9 units tracked Burrows into the area of TPC Sawgrass shortly after the shooting.
This thug's criminal history is embarrassing. Embarrassing. We're tracking around 27 arrests and 2 more victims tonight, a burglary tonight, a stolen car tonight. He's not from St. Johns County. Our victims aren't from St. Johns County. This thug's not from St. Johns County. And once again, he's out committing crimes here. Took 2 people's life tonight.
Investigators say Burrows later stole a dark-colored BMW in St. Johns County. The vehicle was spotted by the Nassau County Sheriff's Office, and after a pursuit and a pit maneuver, Burrows ran into a wooded area and was found near Callahan Saturday morning.
Prayers are going out to the victim's family and
oh my God, this fool right there was acting like he was in Grand Theft Auto, the video game. Yes, prayers are going out to the victims' families as well as the people that were affected in this tragedy. I just want to say, you guys, we got 2 more to go. And it's sad that these things are going on, but they're happening in different states, and we have to report it because that's the news. Let's keep on going, you guys. That's right. We got to get on over to Old Dominion now. We got a follow-up story about the ROTC students that basically came to the aid of the rest of the students after the pow-powing. This is the one that I can't say. You guys know what I'm talking about? Let's get into it. I can't say everything, but it's at Old Dominion, and this is the instructor who lost his lives in this tragic event.
Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Shaw was teaching his class in the ROTC program yesterday. When witnesses say Mohammed Jallow walked in, asked if this was ROTC before shouting Allahu Akbar and aimed his weapon at Shaw, who was instructing the class. Dr. Brian Hemphill, Old Dominion's president, this morning released a video statement saying the shooting has forever changed ODU's campus community.
The life of one of our beloved monarchs was taken far too soon, and 2 students were wounded. And I express my deepest condolences to the victims, their families, our campus, and our community.
NBC News has learned the ROTC students were able to fight back against the suspect. And according to senior law enforcement sources, one of the students was able to stab Jallow. ODU's president noted the students' bravery.
Those present in the class also saved lives with their bravery and courage in taking down the shooter.
One of those ROTC students was a senior from our area. Pastor Jermaine Bago says he spoke with his son in the minutes after the shooting.
My son is he was very distraught and nervous. You could hear it in his voice, but he wanted to let me and his mother know that he was okay.
We're getting quite a few calls in from ODU advising of an active shooter at this time. At this time, we're advised that a female has been shot at this time. Looks like the shooter was a male.
All right, so I can't do too much of that because I got to keep moving forward. And you know they don't like that word right there. They try to mess with your boy. I ain't trying to get messed with today. But do your boy a favor. I would appreciate it because we are the only ones really reporting on these stories, keeping you up with the follow-ups and trending topics. And every time there's something updated, we bring it right to you. I'm right on top of it, just like white on rice and my birthday tomorrow. So all I'm asking for whoever didn't hit the like button, You know what I'm saying? All I want you to do is double tap that screen, those little dots right there. You know what I'm saying? You could hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. Also, subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. Come on now, let's go. We got this man right here. What's this right here? Yeah, we got another situation. This is going to be the last one. I'm going to promise you. I promise you. I said 3 is going to be a crowd, and that's going to be enough for us. I got one last one that I got to tell you about, and this is the one right here. This guy right here has been accused of something terrible to his landlord. And then he points out something else. I think they need to really listen to what he's trying to say to them, because he's probably telling them about some other stuff. Check this out, you guys. Where we got to go on this one? I just lost my audio, my clipboard over there, but it's all cool. We in Kent County. Let's go.
Man accused of beating his landlord to death with a baseball bat in Grand Rapids has now been charged with murder.
Grand Rapids.
News 8's Amber Kriska tells us how his arraignment included a confession. Amber?
Yeah, he surprisingly confessed to assaulting another victim. We got our first look at the suspect today as Najee Franklin was...
I think I heard him say 3 other people, 2 other people, not just one. They better listen and rewind that video before they talk about charging him with one thing.
Arraigned through video from jail. He's accused of killing 53-year-old Vincenzo Palmer.
Y'all tell me if it sounds like he admit to doing more than one thing, all right? Do me that favor. If it sounds like he admitted to more than one thing, thumbs up. If it sounds like he just admitted to one thing, thumbs down, all right? That's all. Let me know.
Monday morning outside his rental property on Palmer Street near Coit in Grand Rapids. We are told the beating attack was related to an argument over eviction. When a judge asked Franklin if he understood the murder charges against him, he had this to say.
Hey, y'all, listen, one more person?
Pardon me?
It should have been 3 people. Not just 2, it should have been 3. I want to make sure we're on the same page.
Sir, I wasn't there. I have absolutely no earthly idea. My job is not to charge you with any offenses. That is the job of the Kent County prosecutor. I am simply reading a paper in front of me that alleges that you murdered...
Hey, y'all, listen, one more person?
He had this to say.
Hey, y'all, listen, one more person?
Pardon me?
It should have been 3 people. Not just 2, it should have been 3. I want to make sure we're on the same page.
Sir, I wasn't there. I have absolutely no earthly idea. My job is not to charge you with any offenses. That is the job of the Kent County prosecutor. I am simply reading a paper in front of me that alleges that you murdered Mr. Palmieri and that you assaulted Miss Kaner with a bat. So I don't know if there are other charges that the prosecutor wishes to bring. I am literally the warm body arraigning people this morning.
Court records outline a dispute between Palmieri and Franklin dating back at least several months. Most recently, Palmieri filed for an eviction order March 3rd. A neighbor spoke with News 8 yesterday saying Franklin had traumatized her for months. After the eviction notice was filed, she was told to call the landlord if Franklin came back to the property, which is exactly what happened Monday afternoon. We caught up with the Grand Rapids Interim Police Chief to get his take on it.
The suspect was not supposed to be at the address. And obviously the witness and the caller obviously called the landlord to let him know, hey, the suspect is back. He's not supposed to be here. So the landlord is just coming over to try to address that issue. And then the physical altercation became, or between the two started. Obviously, anytime you have weapons involved and you have that anger, it just introduces it. It just automatically escalates the situation.
State prison records show Franklin's previous convictions for domestic violence and breaking and entering dating back to 2012. If convicted of murder, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. Brian Sue.
Nah, they got more to investigate with him. And they need to listen because he was trying to tell them. I don't know what the hell wrong with that stupid lady that way. He said, oh, you sure you 3? Yo, everybody heard that. What's up with this craziness, yo? Everybody heard that. Everybody heard it. Everybody heard it. Yeah, whether it's 2 or 3 wood chipper, you're right. But I still want people to know, who it was and what he did. Like, come on now, this is crazy right here. Let's get on over to Maryland. We got this marshal that finds a 9-year-old. Oh no, we did that one already. Where we at? I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna freestyle this. My other joint, my other what you call it, fades out, but we don't care. No, we ain't. Oh yeah, Lululemon. Lulu. They still doing the smash and grabs, you guys. We got to get on over to the Lululemon. Because this one here is a pretty penny right here. We got the, I don't know what that first word is, Athleisburg bandits or whatever, like H+OUR bandits. They steal over $56,000 from this Lululemon right here, you guys. And they've been moving all around New York doing this until guess what? They need to get locked up. Let's go. They're hitting them hard too.
Say Aloe and Lululemon stores across the city have been the target of a crime spree where
see, they finally got some security out there now, right?
the group has stolen clothing not once, not twice, but 8 times.
It's interesting that it's that particular type of clothing, like I feel like activewear.
3 stores were targeted in Brooklyn. Police could be seen outside the Lululemon on North.
Did you guys see did you hear what they said was at? Did you hear what you expect? They said Brooklyn. 3 stores were targeted in Brooklyn. Manhattan keeps on making it. Brooklyn keeps on what? Taking it, especially now.
6th Street in Williamsburg.
Better have a pass when you cross that bridge. Welcome to Brooklyn.
Which they say was hit twice.
This area in general is not really the place for that type of stuff either, so I'm quite surprised.
You're not from Brooklyn, baby. You probably was migrated or you're a youngster that been in the crib. Understand something, the guys from the hood, they go to neighborhoods like that to get what they gotta get, then they go back to the hood. Cause ain't nothing like that in the hood. It's like right next door.
Police say in each incident, the group stole clothing from the display case, making off with more than $56,000 in total from all the stores. Sources close to the investigation say all of the incidents happened during store hours.
I know if I was working that would be really stressful for me.
Police say nobody was injured in any of the incidents. However, these are the people.
Why you look like Crip Mac? Why I look like Crip Mac in a hoodie, y'all?
They're searching for. If you think you might have any information, you're encouraged to call the police.
Now, I ain't trying to snitch on you, Crip Mac, because I know you just came home. I'm going to show you mad love, but I was just joking. The homeboy definitely looked like you, minus the tattoos in the face, Crip. Like he was about to be like, on 5, y'all, 5th, the 5th. You know how you be on that 5 real hard. Do me a favor, you guys double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it, because guess what's coming up next? A prequel to the health and what do we call it? Health and wellness section. It's a prequel, just a little bit. Because I want to talk about something right here that I think you guys have already probably talked about and we already got a little bit into. That's right, you guys. And guess what it's about to be? Don't say this, don't say that. Change your lyrics. Everybody's a critic. It's getting kind of hectic. Not that Snap, the other Snap. Remember that song Snap? How it took over in the 80s? What was that, the early 90s? Remember Snap, right? Check this out. The other Snap. It's official, you guys. 4 more states have banned sugary drinks. And if you try to swipe it to get it to go through, it's going to decline. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's about to go down.
Recent bans on sugary drinks and snacks have caught some SNAP recipients off guard. Cassie Donat, a recipient in Idaho, forgot about the rule change until she tried to buy a drink.
I scanned the EBT card and it declined.
As of last year, nearly 1 in 8 Americans receive SNAP benefits. So far, 22 states are implementing bans on food items like soda, candy, and energy drinks through waivers submitted to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The latest approved to move forward: Kansas, Nevada, Ohio, and Wyoming. A few states, including Indiana, Nebraska, and Utah, rolled out restrictions on January 1st. Others won't enforce the changes until next year. The administration says the reform is meant to restore nutritional value within the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. But some are concerned about the changes and a lack of guidance and funding, like Rob Eichert with the Tennessee Grocers and Convenience Store Association. The state's restrictions go into effect this July.
This is certainly going to cost food retailers in Tennessee money to implement this policy.
Angela Fernandez is with GS1 US, the recognized authority for issuing UPC barcodes. While every state's restrictions are similar, she says state-to-state nuances make the changes more complicated.
That ain't nothing. Y'all seen an old school movie with, what's the name of that movie, y'all? Y'all gonna help me out on this one if y'all know what I'm talking about. Was that Claudine, when a welfare worker came to the house and they had to start hiding stuff, like all the like the toasters and everything like that? And then I think they had to show that the dad wasn't staying there. And then like she came in looking all in the refrigerator, asking about stuff. You remember that, right? Because somebody just said that they used to be like that back in the days. And can we get those likes up to 700,000, please? I'm just kidding, you guys. But I know if we got 400, we can get 5. I got 5 on it. Come on, you guys. I know y'all got 5 on it. We can get that 400 to 5. Come on, y'all. Come on now. Let's do it.
Is it candy? Is it chocolate covered? What percent of natural juice or is inside of the product? Those then start to determine the eligibility.
Bigger chains may be able to handle the adjustment, but it could be harder on independent stores.
So for the mom and pop,
like the mom and pop, they used to be on there buying the chopped cheese and all of that with the Doritos and the soda and all of that. Ain't happening.
I may be going up and down the aisles, trying to look at those items and say, okay, what is eligible for the program? What's no longer eligible?
Fernandez says retailers are working to cut through the confusion.
Provide education to their sales associates and especially the front end checkout register folks.
In the vault.
No more honey buns. No more 3 shopping carts. No more. Boy, Tyrone, come on with that other shopping cart. Boy, you better come on with that other shopping cart. No, we're going to have less shopping carts now. Less processed foods. And I hope that means that you are going to get in the mood to move around and flex your muscles. That's right. Come on, y'all. We can move around and get strong out here instead of being like this. Bring that little shopping cart. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Joe Boogottinyc with the bonnet inside the supermarket. Don't get mad at me coming in the supermarket looking like that.
Volunteer state, ICURT expects some hiccups along the way.
An item might unintentionally get purchased with SNAP dollars that shouldn't have been allowed.
For Oklahoma grocery store owner AJ Johnson, there is a silver lining.
We all have a little sweet tooth in us, for sure, but it does give us an opportunity to just lean into fresh and healthy access.
Maura Barrett, Scripps News Group.
Okay, you guys, you gotta have to start thinking to eat better anyway, because we have to. We gotta start thinking better, eating better, and taking care of ourselves much better. Mega dub, but look about what about the processed foods? Are cookies and chips really what anybody should be eating? You're right. What else do we got over here from Mega Dub? Sorry, I misspelled the name. It's all good. Y'all ready? Because I'm ready. I'm ready to go. It's time to get there, you guys. I lost it over there, but you know we always got to back up. We got to back up. You know what we're about to do right now? We already did that one. So now I got something that I think that you guys are going to love. I already asked you in the beginning. It's time to get into our health and wellness section. Today we're talking about, I'm going to just be fair about it. I'm not going to try to trick you guys today. No trickery. I'm just going to be honest and just say it. I eat Kind bars. When it comes down to the protein bars, I kind of favor the Kind bars. Just wanted to know which ones you guys like. Could you let me know really quickly? We got to run this down. I really like to know if you do eat protein bars, which ones do you actually favor? If you do it at all. Next, okay. What you got? Foods inexpensive to eat junk? Hazel, I don't know that. Somebody said Hazel, is that a bar? I don't know. We got RX bars. Somebody stepped up. Thank you so much. They can buy GMO food, pesticides. Okay. Old Nature Valley protein bars. I don't eat any of it. None. Okay. Quest and X. Too much sugar in them. Okay, Teddy. Can't do sugar. Okay, you guys keep on going. Okay, I don't. Kind. I eat Trump bars. It's okay to have 1 or 2, whatever like that, depending on your intake. Cliff bars. Glad you said that. Let's get into it, you guys. Right now, I'm gonna bring you up on some information right here. The reason why we do this, I'm not trying to stop people from purchasing protein bars. I'm not trying to stop you from eating certain things, but I always want us to know what's the elements inside of them and what to look out for. What the processes are. Also, if there's something like a carcinogen, we hear that word so many times. So I'm thinking like this, if we get that in so many different ones of the products, there's a better chance of us getting what it brings along with it. It's kind of like common sense. which is what we use around here. So that's just one part of the reason why we do that. And I just got to really tell you guys, I want to tell you I'm very excited for this next category, because I think even if you don't eat a Kind bar, if you don't eat an RX bar, it's going to make you really understand what they're feeding us out there and what the bottom line is. Money. Let's get into it, you guys. We got a fantastic clip right here. You see him right there. I want to give massive shout out to Dr. Eric Berg from DC. Dr. Eric Berg. We're about to get into protein bars are worse than candy bars. That's right, you guys. They're worse than candy bars. Let's get into it, you guys. And that's what he said. Let's go. Let's break it down. Let's do what we got to do. Let's go.
The shocking truth about protein bars. Protein bars are a huge industry. What's in the ingredients? Let's first start with an actual candy bar, and then we're going to do a comparison with all the healthy protein bars. Now, if we take the Snickers bar, a 50-gram bar, 30 grams of carbs, 25 grams of that is sugar. So basically, we're talking about 58% of this bar is sugar. And when you look at the first ingredient, that makes up most of this bar. And the first ingredient is milk chocolate, the second is peanuts, and the third, corn syrup. Pretty darn high in the glycemic index. Then we have actual sugar, and then it has salt, egg whites, palm oil, butter, skim milk, lactose, which is milk sugar, and peanuts. So that's what makes up a Snickers bar. Now, remember that as we go through these protein bars, because somehow there's a perception that these protein bars are healthier than a candy bar. The first one I want to go through is this one right here. This is the Cliff Bar. So this Cliff Bar is 68 grams. Okay, so it's a little more than the candy bar. And whereas the candy bar is 58% sugar, this one is merely 41% sugar. But they have virtually the same amount of carbohydrates.
I want to explain something to you guys. We're going to run through this whole entire clip because now we're going to understand what starches are and how starches transfer to sugars. And we're going to have to start reading our labels, no matter what it is, to start identifying with these ingredients so that we know that these things that are called this actually really are this.
Except for the Cliff Bar has like one more carbohydrate. So this is 31 grams of carbohydrate. And there's 3 grams of fiber, so you deduct that and you get 28 net carbs, okay? And then we have 17 grams of sugar.
Good news. AT&T sponsors free high-speed Wi-Fi on American Airlines.
Why fly? We were going to.
Yeah, we're going to let you get that off. Okay, we let you get that off because the information we have coming is too important to miss. Yeah, we're going to let you get that one off too. Yeah, let's go. Go ahead, get your money. Get your money. I ain't getting none of it.
Wait a second. So if we have this total carbohydrate and we deduct the fiber and the sugar, we still have 11 grams of carbohydrate left. So what is making up this 11 grams of carbohydrate? It's starches, not like the typical starches in vegetables. The starches that turn into sugar so quick, they really are sugars, because if you look at what a starch is, it's just a chain of sugar molecules strung together. So this really doesn't have 17 grams of sugar. When we add the 11 grams of starch sugar, it really has 28 grams of sugar, which is 7 teaspoons of sugar. But I want to know what type of sugar we're dealing with. Well, first one is cane syrup. Then we have brown rice syrup. There's some palm oil for the fat. And then here are the starches. We have soy flour and rice flour. Now, the big thing that people are going to look at when they look at the label is how much protein. Wow, 20 grams of protein. That's amazing. Well, what's the quality of protein? Soy protein concentrate. That is a very low quality protein. So basically we have a lot of ultra processed ingredients in this product. Okay, so
they're ultra processing everything. So you guys, you were right. You said everything is processed, and the majority of stuff that we're eating out there, they're getting us with the process. Once it's processed, you got to just start reading those labels very well, you guys, very well, because this next one is even worse.
So that's the Cliff Builders Bar. Now, since you're talking about bars, protein bars, I want to mention an energy bar by Cliff. Okay, so we'll be talking about this one. Maybe you've seen it in the grocery store. This bar is 68 grams. 55.88% of it is sugar.
55% is sugar.
Now, remember when I talked about sugar with this one? This one has 58% sugars. 58%? 56%. This is 43 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, and 17 grams of sugar. now wait a second, we have something that's missing in these carbs, right? There's 21 grams of carbs that's unaccounted for. So what makes up the 21 grams of carbs that they're not talking about? Starches again. When you think starches, think sugar. So basically, we're talking about 5.25 teaspoons of extra sugar that's hidden as starches. So when you consume this, you're consuming 9.5 teaspoons of sugar. And then if we look at the ingredient, we have oats, organic brown rice syrup, soy rice crisps, which is soy protein isolates, and rice flour, organic tapioca syrup,
more sugar,
organic cane syrup,
more sugar,
and also the chicory fiber, organic soy flour, and the soy oil. So we're dealing with a lot of starches, a lot of sugars, and then some seed oil. I'm going to tell you right now, if you consume this, you're not going to have sustainable energy. You're going to have some little bit of spike in energy, and then you're going to crash and burn, and you're going to end up with low blood sugars. If you
watch out for stuff like this, y'all. That's why I'm telling you about it. Now we need to know the ingredients, because those other ingredients could be in stuff that we eating. That's how we doing it now. We cheating for ingredients to understand what ingredients are, what to understand what starches can do. We stealing information right now. Get us for that.
You have a very fast metabolism and you're exercising, you might be able to deal with it, but I know I would not be able to deal.
Somebody said next time I'm just going to have a Snicker bar.
With this bar right here. All right, now let's go to the Kind bar. And it says the number one ingredient is heart healthy peanuts. It says on the back, low glycemic index, dairy free, no GMO, very low sodium, no sugar alcohols, zero trans fats.
All that'll make you want to buy it, right?
And a good source of fiber. Let's see if any of this is actually true. The first thing you need to know is this is a 40-gram bar, and if we look at the percentage of sugar, it's 37.5% of it is sugar. What type of sugar? Well, if we get beyond the first ingredient, which is peanuts, second ingredient is glucose syrup. Glucose syrup is not low on the glycemic index. Then sugar, then honey, then palm oil, then the soy protein isolate, and they throw in the chicory root fiber. Your perception of healthy protein bars might be changing. Don't worry, it gets worse. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is the Quest bars, okay?
No.
The Quest bars.
Like, why would you even think this okay to buy this right here? I mean, the box is pink and it looks like a piece of cake. Is that just to get you to buy it? Probably.
In one of these bars, we have 60 grams, and by the way, this is 41% sugar in this bar right here. So we have 25 grams of carbs, we have 12 grams of fiber, and 9 grams of sugar alcohols. Now realize...
Angel's trying to make me feel better, said at least the Kind bars are pretty, boo.
If you are going to consume 9 grams of sugar alcohols, you're going to have a lot of GI problems, a lot of gas, a lot of bloating, maybe some diarrhea. The first ingredient is a protein blend, then polydextrose, then water, erythritol. Then we get almonds, then palm oil. Then we have another ingredient called sodium casein. It says it's a high quality protein, which I disagree with. And then they add a type of sweetener, sucralose, milk protein isolate, and whey protein isolate. And they also have this other ingredient, polydextrose. Again, we don't know what's going to happen when your good bacteria try to deal with it or ferment it. We don't have the long-term safety studies. So right now we're doing kind of a human experiment to find.
You heard that, right? It's the human experiment going on right now to see what's going on and find out. Do me a favor, y'all, because nobody was going to tell you this. I know they just rocked my socks with the Kind bar because I thought I was doing something too. You know, you go to the airport or you go to the supermarket, you know, you look at all the other options. Oh, that Kind bar looks really good. It's got all the nuts and everything in it. I'm going to eat this, turn it over, protein, this and that. Yeah, okay. You got us. They got a couple of us. I know they got a couple of us. Okay.
Find out how this affects people. And apparently you are the guinea pig. Now let's get into this one right here called pure protein. When I say the word pure protein, what comes to mind? Pure protein, right?
Right.
That means 100% of this is protein.
Right.
In theory. But in reality, it's not true. There's 20 grams of protein, 2 grams of sugar, and let's take a look at what is in here. It's like 50 grams of product. So we have 17 grams of carbohydrate, 1 gram of fiber, but only 2 grams of sugar. What's left? starches. Out of all the carbohydrates, 14 grams of that is starch. Basically,
so what they do is they put the sugar low to make it look like it's not that much sugar in there, so you want to buy it on the label. Okay.
We're throwing in 4 more teaspoons of sugar, and they're hidden as starches, so you don't notice it on the label. 34% of the pure protein is sugar. Let's talk about the ingredients, what's in here. Sugar, we have tapioca starch, and we also have sucralose maltitol syrup, plus they add maltitol. It's not low on the glycemic index, and they put it in a lot of sugar-free candy, and it's the worst sugar alcohol. And of course, the type of protein that is in this pure protein product is, you guessed it, soy protein isolate. The cheapest, worst type of protein you can consume. All right, next one we're going to talk about is this one called One. This one has 20 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar. Wow, that sounds pretty good. There's 60 grams of product in this bar, and there's 25 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fiber, but 6 grams of sugar alcohols. That's quite high. If we look at the ingredients, we have this darn maltitol again, rice flour and tapioca starch. The type of protein is going to be milk protein some whey, and then they add in this soluble vegetable fiber, isomalto-oligosaccharide.
I think honestly, after everything that we just saw just now, all of these crazy names that he's coming up with, I appreciate them. We're going to get this plug because you're going to be able to watch the rest of it. The next one was going to be the Gen X bar and the RX bar, just so you guys know. They were about to get real worse. But you know how we don't stay on a clip for too long. I also want you to know that this video right here, just in case you want to go watch it by yourself, is in the link in the description, as well as the entire timelines and the timestamps of every one of the different brands. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want us to not only think about these particular products, I want us to look for these ingredients in any products that we're looking to buy and understand what these ingredients are. Because sometimes they'll hide a sugar inside of another name, like a starch, same way that they did it. Hope you guys appreciate that, but check this out one more time. Protein bars are worse than candy bars. Dr. Eric Berg, DC. Again, protein bars are worse than candy bars. You guys want to see this later? Again, you can go down to the link in the description and watch the whole freaking thing. And I hope you appreciate the content, because guess what? It's not easy finding this stuff for you guys to try to keep you entertained. It's not easy, but you know what? I love doing it, and that's why I do what I do, because once I do get one and I know there's something that we're gonna get something out of, I'm like, we got a good one, and I know they're gonna love it. Own land. What land? Yes, eggs, we're getting sad. Are you Lloyd Banks? Okay, get the jokes out of here. It's all processed foods. I realized that years ago, but the label, they label it healthy. I'm glad I don't buy them. Might as well just get a regular candy bar. Yeah. Absolutely, there's so many ingredients you can't even read in your own food. Appreciate you and thank you so much. I thank you guys. Thank you guys. Snickers looking good now. Tell the truth. Snickers is pretty satisfying at this point. Peanuts, caramel, nougat, chocolate. Eat a little piece of it. Whatever. Call me what you want, but I don't even like the names of the stuff that was in that other crap. I don't even know what that's made of, what it derives from. We got to keep on moving forward now, you guys, because you know how we do it over here. We got a bear, another one in LA, a bear that bare necessities, bare necessity. You know what I'm talking about. We got another bear living in somebody's house right now. We got a bear that wanders into this reporter's live shot while she was covering an encounter. Check this out.
Good morning. I'm Erin Myers in Monrovia. A bear attacked a...
Now you talking about somebody going hard to get the shot? Look at her right here. I don't know if I'm going to do all that just to get the background, that I'm trying to get an interactive background over here.
A woman walking her dog in this neighborhood, and now they're trying to determine if it is the same bear that lives underneath the house here behind me. All those details coming up.
And yes, we all see that bear up to the right side. We'll get back with Erin in just a moment. We all know California.
I see it now.
Okay, let's go back to Erin Myers. We're going back now. Erin, what are you seeing out there? And be careful, please.
Hi, you guys. You can see the bear actually walking into the truck.
You know, somebody, if I was a black person, to be out there like, look here, man. I got this bear over here. I don't know why the hell y'all got me out here doing this. Always give people like me the job for something like this. Look, got a bear over there. Turn the camera over there. Don't worry about it. That's how it would have been if it was a brother out there like me. I'd be like, yo, why y'all got me out here doing this, huh? Just because it's me? Got me doing it? I'd be out there flipping.
Trap or nope, it was going to, but now it's walking out. We're going to step back a little bit. We're told by the man who lives here that this bear has been here for several months, and they do believe it has a baby that's also living in the house. So it's walking out this way.
This is a different bear. I know you guys remember the other bear, but that one is the one that we got him out and they were able to close everything down. This just happens to be another bear, yes. And this one they got a baby, so you know it's a female. And you better not go over next to the den while her baby's in there.
May get back in the car depending on what it does, but right now you can see it here.
To be honest with you, she know the neighborhood. Before they built all them houses and stuff, they used to be their land, to be honest with you. So she was thinking about going to see cousin Ruby up in the tree up the street, but y'all done knocked down all the trees.
In the driveway, they say he usually or she usually comes out a couple times a day and just hangs out in this neighborhood a lot. And you can see her right there going onto the grass. And they don't know, I do want to say they don't know if this was the bear that attacked the person walking.
Somebody said they got the bear hooked on the processed energy bars, addicted.
That woman did have her dog with her. The bear swiped her leg, we're told. She's going to be okay, but this is like around the 700 block of Oak Glade Drive. And once again, this bear had been here for some time. Residents say they have seen it for quite a while, and you do see Fish and Wildlife here too. They are out here monitoring the situation. And guys, this is the second time.
You guys don't realize, man, y'all on this bear's land, not the other way. This is the bear's land. Yeah.
I've had a bear show up on live TV with me before. So pretty close, but it is walking away from us. They are most likely trying to trap it. We don't know what they will do with the bear or if they're going to be able to get the baby either. We haven't seen the baby with her, but the man who lives here, yeah, he tells us he has his dog here too. He doesn't let his dog in the backyard right now because of the bear. Oh, there we go. It's running into the yard because the car is coming. You can see it going up that way. But there are quite a few bears in this neighborhood.
Man, listen, I don't know. I probably got my stuff and got up out of Bear Town. I don't know. I couldn't bear it. I mean, it's unbearable to even think of something like that could be what they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Woo, barely made it up that hill right there too. You know what I'm saying, guys? But you know what? If you guys think that you can bear with me a little longer, I would really appreciate it because we're barely done. I really mean it, you guys. And if you do me a favor, I'd really appreciate it. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. It'll barely get more people over here and barely see what we got going on with our show, Our Bottom Line. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let me ask you a question. First, we go to the bears, and now we get to the little guys. Come on, let's get to the little guys. And we're talking about what? Yo, how Bugatti gonna go from a bear to a pregnant squirrel? Yeah, I do that sometimes. I do.
There's a baby. I can feel the baby. There's a tiny baby in there. It was pretty clear to me that she was asking for my help. I felt like I was like a grandmother. Hi. There was a crew trimming trees in front of my house, one of which had contained 3 tiny baby squirrels. She opened her eyes for the first time. Sarah Connor always wanted to be close to me. We always try to reunite baby animals with their mothers.
By the way, her name is Sarah Connor. Yes, the squirrel. Sarah Connor. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the birthday love. And it's coming through in green. So traditional.
But the mother had already been gone from the area, so I raised them by myself. Yeah, sleepy. I believe in doing a soft, gradual release. They live in what I call an outdoor enclosure for several weeks. The 3 of them were really close. Punky Brewster and William Wallace ended up staying pretty close.
Sarah Connor, Punky Brewster, and William Wallace.
Close by after they were released, but they both moved onto the neighboring properties and they built nests in trees and stuff. You guys, it's your first tree. Sarah Connor was different. She actually stayed living in the outdoor enclosure for a full month after she was released. Who is that? That's the Sarah Connor girl. Come on, my love. Look at this. Where are you going? Where are you going? She's moving her babies. You're moving your tiny babies. When she had her first litter of babies, she did something incredible. She decided to move the babies back into the outdoor enclosure.
She's just chilling like a little chipmunk, just threw the arm down like, yo, it's crazy.
This squirrel trusts me with her life, and she trusts me with the lives of all of her babies. She has since had 4 more litters. This is the 5th litter of babies that I've seen and helped her raise. I can't even put it into words. When her babies grow up, some of them stay around the backyard, some of them move on to the neighboring properties. At this point, we're talking about almost 20 grandkids. Hi, tiny bee. Hi, baby. The greatest gift that I can give to her or any creature is their freedom. Hi. There's a saying that says, you may only be one person in the world, but to one person or one animal or one being, you are the world. Sarah Connor wouldn't be here without me, and I probably wouldn't be here without her.
That's right, you guys. You see that right there? Special thanks to Sarah Connor and Erica. Squirrels and yoga. Ha ha. That's what I'm talking about right there. I love animals, you guys. Let me see if I can grab this for you. I see somebody already asked the question. I'm going to have to go ahead and let me see. I'm going to try to find that real quick. And let's try to do the boom, boom. Oh, matter of fact, there we go. I know what you guys are asking for. I'm going to go ahead and put it up right now so that you guys know what's going on for tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow, I'll be there. Tomorrow, it's only a few hours away. My birthday, that's right, you guys, the St. Patrick's Day Parade in New York City. That's right, happy birthday, Boogottinyc. We will be meeting at 565 at the Macchiato Espresso Bar on 46th Street and 5th Avenue. That's right, right on the corner of 46th Street and 5th Avenue, you guys, at 11 o'clock a.m., bright and early. I'll be right there. And guess what? You want to get in contact with me, all you got to do is do the same thing that Casey does. Hit me in the Discord. I hit you back in 1 second because it's right on my phone. That's right. You got to go ahead and join the Discord. I'm actually going to add a link right after I'm done because they keep on changing the Discord link. I don't know why. But if you want to, email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge, this llc@gmail.com. I will send you an invite for the Discord, you guys, or I'll just go ahead and put that QR code up so that you guys can actually go. If you want to come to the parade tomorrow, be ready. Oh, don't think I'm not doing the show. First, this is how we do it. Did it last year the same way. We do the show, then we go, and then we go live stream from the St. Patrick's Day Parade. If you guys want to know, we will be live streaming from the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Myself, Boogottinyc, along with whoever else is going to come up. I heard Lisa Roy was going to be coming up. A couple of other people are going to come hang out with me as well. I would love for you guys to come hang out with your boy and be a part of the fun. We're going to probably have a cup of coffee and yeah, whatever. Have a little bit. You know what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun, y'all. St. Patrick's Day Parade. My birthday feels like, to me, it's like kind of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. My mother never made me go to school, and I always went to the parade. That's right, you guys. St. Patrick's Day Parade starts at 11 o'clock. We're going to meet all at 565 at the Macchiato Espresso Bar. That's 46th Street and 5th Avenue at 11 o'clock in the morning. It's also in the post notification area. Anybody got any questions? This is the time to let me know because I can answer all your questions right now. For the live stream, which I can be, no, don't worry about that. I always look out for you guys with the live stream. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a good time. Even you guys that are live streaming, I want you guys to actually come on in the live stream. That's right. When you looking at this stream, I'm going to make it so you guys can actually pop the button and be like, yo, I'm at the St. Patrick's Day Parade with Bugatti. Yeah, we're going to play around with it tomorrow, you guys, and we're going to do it until we get it right. Bringing extra batteries, all types of other stuff. Hope you guys like the outfit that I got together for tomorrow because you know it's got to be right and it's got to fit the color scheme. And with that being said, you guys, I don't want to hold up anymore. If you're trying to promote your business and get it out there, this is the perfect place to do it. We got almost 70,000 subscribers. I hope we do. That'll be a real good birthday gift for me. But if we don't, we're going to keep on moving forward. And we want to help you promote your business. How? You're going to send over to us a 1080 by 1080 size frame of your promo. We put it up in the post notification area just like that right there. That's 1080 by 1080. I had to put it in there. I had to make the frame. Boop, pop the elements in there. And guess what? Put it up in the post notification area, and I'm hoping that you guys go over there and double tap it, show some love, even if you can't come out, flood the comments with all types of comments showing your boy some love. We got to get our Discord up, we got to get our support up, and we got to keep on moving, you guys. I'm going to do my best to keep on updating with QR codes and with updated Discord links, because like I told you, they keep changing the link. And I would really appreciate you guys if you do me small favors, like actually go hunt for the show. Because if you hunt for it on Discord, I promise you, you will find it. Gotta work for each other out here, you guys. We gotta work together. And guess what? Right after we do that, that doesn't mean that we're not still doing a show your talent search. That's the talent search that we're gonna be doing where? Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, where you can also be a part of it. I'm gonna be one of the hosts, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch and my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. How does this go? Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Boom! You can make $250 in each and every one of those boroughs, but you got to be from there. And I wanted to make sure other people can get involved with the talent show. So I said, you know what? They're going to be able to go live here and maybe sing, maybe dance, whatever you do. But if you're good, boom, you'll be able to make $250 too. After we get all 5 people plus one person from online, we're going to all compete for the $1,000. That's $1,000 right there. Whatever your talent is, if you're good, the people are going to judge it and let us know who's the best. And then that's who you're going to know who's going to really receive the $1,000. That's right, on top of the $250. We're still doing this. I don't care. We're going to keep moving forward with the Show Your Talent search. You know why? Because it brings out good people, and I really want to see what talent you guys got. I really do. And if you want to be a part of the talent search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch, all you really got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. You see how to spell it, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That is 2 G's and 2 P's. Put your email address in the post notification area. We're going to keep you posted on where we're going to be at, the same way like we do it here. Keep you guys up on what we got going on. And again, the Show Your Talent search could win up to $1,250. We're not going nowhere without getting those prayers up, because we got to be guarded and we got to show them that we love them, and we got to thank them for the day, for another one to be above ground, for me to be here with my friends and my family and my co-hosts, because that's all I really like doing, you guys. It's the best part of my day right here. That's why I'm so happy and I'm so energized. So yes, I want to pray for every single person here. I want to pray for good health. I want to pray for animals. I want to pray for the love. I want to pray for good health, and I want to make sure that we're praying for understanding, and stop being so stuck up and thinking that we can't come to an understanding just because we're different parties. A great day for me is being able to see everybody from different parties actually come together and just be human and really start making some situations and some changes, because we really the ones with all the answers. That's how I want to say it. And I also want to pray for liberty and justice. Miss Swanza, Tact, Jordan Dowdy, Colestive, Batty Lynn, Audrey, Gershwin. Also want to pray for Tanya Zimmerman, Miss Swanza, Christian, Liberty and Justice. I see you, Casey, my brother. Hope you're coming out. If not, still going to hang out with you another time. Miss Swanza, Batty Lynn, Tracy P, Jordan, Kinsey. Who else we got up in here? Collective, Audrey Durham, 4496. Christian, Liberty and Justice, Ad Reigns. Hope you having a good one. Hope you got your keychain. Somebody sent me a picture of an empty envelope yesterday. I got you. Jeffrey Spilker, praying for healthy birthday tomorrow. Thank you so much, Jeffrey, and thank you for the gift yesterday. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Teddy, Miss Mary Jane, Batty Lynn, AJ, Ad Reigns, Audrey, Casey, Tanya, Aaron, AA, Mega Dub, host Best damn mods, family, and chat. Thank you so much because we work hard for it. Liberty don't be playing around, and Batty don't be playing either. I'm gonna tell you, she don't be playing around. Okay, keep on moving. Aaron, AA, Mega. Who else we got? Caller. I like when it's a lot of people in here because I like to pray for everybody. Batty Lynn, hope you're doing well. Jordan, Tact, Audrey. Who else we got? Fights 5.0 and Liberty. Tanya Zimmerman. That's how we gonna do it this morning, you guys. We can't forget about Terry. We can't forget about Teddy, Aaron, and that's how we're going to do it, you guys. Amen. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow right here, 6 o'clock in the morning. We start the show here. We all gather up here, right? Then we run through the show, right? And then what we do is get on and we get right down to the St. Patrick's Day Parade and we all have a good time. No matter what, you're still going to be there. If you're not there in the physical form, you're still going to be there in the digital form because we're going to be going live. Like I said, I got a lot of backup batteries over here, so there's not going to be any excuses. So you guys, right here tomorrow, 6 o'clock, we're going to have an extended show. 6 o'clock, we're going to do our show. Then we go to the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and we have fun, and we enjoy another one around the sun. I just want to thank you guys for showing all the love, for all of the birthday love, because tomorrow, that's when it goes down. Official birthdays tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day. This is where we're going to be at. St. Patrick's Day is the meetup with your boy Boogottinyc. We're going to have some fun, you guys. Go out there, have some fun. That's all we're thinking about. And we're going to watch out for each other because that's what we do. And like I always tell you guys, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me on Monday, day before my birthday, I appreciate you. So it's your last chance to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. And I appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow bright and early. Get 'em! Peace. Hope you guys liked the show. I thought it